Okay. What's up, YouTube? How are you doing today? It is Monday and we immediately get some volatility on the chart. How nice is that? Hey, it's the beginning of the week and we do expect some more volatility to come, of course, this week with everything that's been planned if we look at the news for this week as well. But price very nicely as expected moving towards the upside, hit the resistance right now as well, and we get a nice little rejection. So let's see what's going to happen. No, what's up, everyone? Darko, first indeed. You were very fast today. Also, Darko, I'm not sure if this is actually your first message in a live stream. If so, let me know. But that would be even more impressive that you're the first one. Yoge, welcome. Sarega, what's up? How are you doing? Flotty, hello. Hi, Master Espresso. B channel, I love the intro music and the picture. Yeah, I like the picture is very nice. This one over here, right? So the background and then the design is made by Douwe. So he's the designer of the layout, I suppose. So he made the layout with Bitcoin, my picture, my logo there in the corner, live streaming Elliott Waves. That's what he did. But the background is actually a background that I made in Midjourney. Back when it was, it's already a couple of months ago that I was trying to make some Bitcoin photos in Midjourney. That's AI for the ones that don't know Midjourney. So quite interesting. What's up, KG? How you doing, man? Always love seeing KG popping in as well. Great Elliott Wave counter. If you haven't seen his posts in the Discord group, make sure to do so. And yeah. Good to see you around. Good to see you in the live stream. Usually KG is active, I believe, in the stocks section, right? And then sometimes he pops in Bitcoin or alts or other stuff. But yeah, good to have you here, KG. Rob, what's up? Good afternoon to all. Good afternoon, or actually for you, it's good morning, right? Other side of the world. Mr. Seeb, as always. Andy, how you doing? Welcome. Nice. Yamaha, what is it? The Phaser, I believe, is the bike that you own. I'm a biker as well, so I was interested checking out your picture. Taking care of business. How you doing? When I first came in, I thought you had been painting. Maybe I am a painter. No, not really. I am creative in other things, I suppose, but painting. Art was never my best subject at school. Yeah, everyone has their talents. Abhijit, how you doing? Welcome. Darko, maybe. Yeah, who knows? What's up, mate? I saw your post in Discord, which pretty much sums up the possibilities that we have at the moment, right? So, yeah, A, B, W, X, 1, 2. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the possibilities, right? So. I'm not sure about the A because B is not deep enough to be a flat, right? If we talk about the structure here, so I would prefer a WX instead of an AB because wave A is very much a three waver, right? This structure here, 1, 2, 3. We never really got a nice 4. If this is your 2, where is your 4? You know what I mean? So it looks better as a three waver and then a WXY. Instead of an ABC, as this wave B is also not deep enough to be a flat. So I would prefer the 1, 2 or the WX on the chart, but then the 1 goes to the lower high and you have multiple 1, 2. So either multiple 1, 2s or WXY. Those are pretty much the two that I am looking for at the moment, I suppose. You look more evil in that picture. You are much nicer. No bonanza to the downside. I am much nicer. I hope so. I mean, What do I look like? I look very serious in the picture. I do have another picture, actually, got to say, that I use on my LinkedIn, for example, which was made during a speaking gig that I did in America. So I'm a global keynote speaker. For the ones that don't know me, my name is Koen. I'm also a global keynote speaker, besides a trader and YouTube, of course. And that was made during a speaking gig I had at Pebble Beach in America. And that's a picture where I actually smile. So maybe one day I'll use that one. I say, yo, Douwe, can you change the picture? Mark on vacation? No. But you know, he's the only mod, and he also has a life outside of YouTube, I suppose. I thought you had paint stains on your shirt. Oh yeah, it's flamingos. Yeah. Yeah, this is like a summer like long sleeve, right? With the flamingos. Yeah, man, that's right. Moneyzilla, what's up? RT, lekker bezig. Dankjewel. Goed dat je erbij bent, RT. Welkom. And Mohammed, first time here, pretty desperate at this point. Minus 3.2k with a short. Let's chat about that in a second. Taking care of business. How are you doing? By the way, Mohammed, first of all, welcome. Good to have you here. Sorry for your position. But I do have not financial advice, as I am not in a position to give any financial advice. But of course, it is something that we do see happening sometimes. So I will chat about it shortly. 72 got hit and retracement. I mean, it's actually not yet really high enough. I mean, the most common target for a wave B is actually still higher. So this is just resistance. But we will talk about Elliott waves, of course, in this live stream, right? We just started, so we still have to go through the waves and the thoughts of what's happening on the chart. That's how I look when I paint the house. I see it now. It's flamingos. You got some good eyes, though. It's a small webcam in the corner. Happy to be here. No worries. Cheers, Mohammed. Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna chat about it. Life is back to normal with regular live sessions. Absolutely, Thijs. Welkom terug, jongen. Good to see you. Nice green badge nowadays. Look at you go. Thanks for the support, man. But yeah, what's up, Thijs? How's the business? How are you doing? ETH analysis. We're going to focus on Bitcoin today. I have done Ethereum in a altcoin stream, which you will find on my channel over here. So I have a altcoin stream down here, and Ethereum is one of the charts that I analyzed. So FYI, you can find ETH there, and that is the high time frame analysis. So today we're going to focus on Bitcoin. Happy married life. Thanks, man. Dennis, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, married life. There we go. I like show it once a stream at least. So yeah, but married life is the same, guys, as my life before the wedding. I just walk around with the ring now. All the ladies can see, you know. Dr. Daddy, what's up? How are you doing? Life and business is good. Nice. Good to hear. Good to hear. Hopefully it is growing. Why your screen looks so stretched? That is because my screen is cut at the bottom as well as the top. So you can't see the lower end of my screen, so it cuts off you have like your Windows bar at the bottom. And then in TradingView, you have stock screener, Pine editor, strategy, training panel, and you have the time frames. You can see it. So I cut that out because it's irrelevant. And then above the window, I have my, how do you call it? Like the browser folders, then the link, and then the tabs. But that's irrelevant as well. So I cut out the top and the bottom, and that is why it looks maybe a little bit stretched. So, except you only get half now. Well, depends on the type of wedding you have, I suppose, and the appointment and the appointments. I guess the stuff you organize together. Wedding is just a big party until you have kids, and it becomes a real thing. Adrian, don't let me enjoy for a short bit, okay? We're not yet talking about this. We you know, I see the kids with my friends, eh? Is it 7,800 for 05? The 05 is at 7,900. That's correct, yeah. I took it from this low, 69.1, to the high at the moment. So, yeah, we're going to chart about Elliott waves, Adrian. Okay, guys, before we start, one thing, because in this live stream, by the way, I first want to quickly reply to a message of Mohammed, which I think is relevant because I'm sure there's more people in a situation like that, and we do sometimes get messages like these. But we're going to talk about Elliott waves, of course. That's what we do on this channel. We're going to talk about this range as well as the current move towards the upside, and then afterwards we go to chatting and Q&A. The plan is, there we go again, right? The plan is to be online for an hour to max 5 p.m. because I do have other things to do as well. Now I know that every time I say it's going to take about this long, we're here at least double the amount of time, because I lose myself in my enjoyment and excitement of doing Elliott Waves and chatting with all of you. But yeah, it can create a bit of a time problem as well. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. That's then what happens. Never seen that happy married guy before. Yeah, they can be happy, you know, if you marry, you can be happy. I mean, I'm only a few weeks, 1 month into the marriage. So, hey. But the message from Mohammed was that he's in a losing position and feeling desperate. Now, by all means, if you are in a position like this, not talking to Mohammed specifically, but anyone that is in a bad position, I am not in a position to give financial advice, but I am in a position to share my experience, I suppose. And it may help you, it may not help you, you know, that is up to you. But I guess tip number one, where am I going to start? Because I do have a couple of tips. Let's just roll through it. So tip number one is the reason of the desperate feeling and the losing trade is unlikely to be because of the trade itself. It's your plan. So by the way, wait, reverse. Step number one, you might be in a losing position, but oh, there he is. Perseo, welcome back. He back. What's up? Let me immediately get this sorted, by the way. Perseo. Let me do this quickly. Pop. I happen to know Perseo well. Chuck. Okay, there you go. What's up, Perseo? How you doing, man? He back. Welcome, mate. I will reply to your messages in Diamond in a second. But welcome back, my friend. So first of all, with regards to a losing position, it depends on your portfolio size if it's bad or not, right? If you have a very big portfolio size and you are minus 3K, it's probably not a problem. If, however, it's all you got, it's a big problem, no? So first things first is how much is it for you? Secondly, though, it's unlikely that the trade itself is the problem. It's the plan that's the problem. So once you click on the button, everything that happens after is a result of the plan you made before. If your plan is bad, these things happen. So what we tend to say here is you need to have a plan and a strategy before you click the buttons. And developing a plan or a strategy is something you can do by following 6 steps. I'll go through them shortly because I want to get to the analysis. Step 1, try as many free tools in TradingView as you can. Step 2, find your favorite tools and build statistics on them. You can use Excel or anything else. Step 3 is combine some of your favorite tools, build more statistics because now you're combining things and building a strategy. Step 4 is add something like tweaking and adjusting. So add a tool, remove a tool, see what it does with the statistics, and you want to try to improve your win rate or your risk reward ratio. And then step 5 is start trading it. Low budget, work on mindset. Step 6 is upping your budget. If you did not go through these 6 steps, I personally don't recommend to put a lot of money in an account and start trading because it's likely it's either emotional or not a clear plan, or you might follow people or, you know, those type of things. So have a plan. Now, when you're in a position like this, there is a famous quote from the author of the book Best Loser Wins, Tom Haugaard, and he says, it's actually a good quote, when people should be hopeful, they're fearful, and when people should be fearful, they're hopeful. It should be the other way around. So when people are in a losing position, what tends to happen, which I can definitely not recommend, no financial advice, but if people are in a losing position, and I speak from experience because I did this in the past myself as well, and you are in a big losing position, you are hopeful that price comes back to your entry, right? That's what you hope for. However, what then happens is because of the hope, people, I speak from my experience as well in the past, they add to their position. They keep adding and adding on higher leverage to a losing position, so their entry is moving to the upside, which means the entry becomes closer to where price is, hoping price is going to trigger the entry at break even and you can breathe again. However, if price does not do this, you just cocked yourself, right? So the advice in the book, which is not like, no financial advice, but in the book is just get out. If you are in a position which is making you feel very unwell, very nervous, very whatever, you have to take the chin and, lesson learned. Best loser wins. The whole theme of that book is about how to lose in order to win. And this is one of those lessons in the book where, maybe you didn't have a plan or whatever, but if you are in a scenario, in a situation which is really bad, sometimes it's best to just take the L and learn the lesson, especially learn the lesson so that afterwards you don't make the same mistake, you build a plan, strategy, and you go at it and hopefully make profit. Of course, and that's what they also say, if you do exit and price then does come back to your break even, you're going to be like, damn, I should have never take the loss, now I lost like 5K, 3K, 10K, whatever is a lot to you. I should have just stayed in my position and waited because, I knew it was going to come back. No, you didn't. It's called luck. You had no idea it was going to come back. In hindsight, everything is easy. But if you're in a big losing position, you're probably going to the 1 minute time frame, and every tick towards your entry is hopeful and every tick away from your entry is painful, right? That's painful. So the mistake is not exiting in a loss. The mistake has been made before the trade happened. That is the mistake, because the plan wasn't you didn't have a plan, you didn't have a strategy, you didn't have a stop loss in place. That is the mistake. The loss is just a virtual representation of your mistake. And hopefully the lesson that you learn from this loss is making a plan, having a stop loss, like that type of stuff, right? So that's also what you learn in that book. So these are some of the things that I can share, and I have been there myself, making these mistakes as well, being in a losing position, adding to a losing position. If I have a stop loss over here and this is my entry and price is over here, I'm like, whatever, I'm going to close anyway because it will go to my stop anyway. And then instead it goes in profit and all the way to TP. But of course I missed out. So then I have to enter at a later stage. And then, if price is in profit, I'm like, shit, I should have stuck in my position. And then I enter over here, but then price does this. And I'm like, wait, whatever, I should have stayed out. And then I exit again and I enter again and I exit again and have a plan. I've been there. So hopefully this helps. I can recommend the book, and I'm not in a place to give financial advice. I can't say what you have to do with your position, exit, stay in, add, whatever. But this is some stuff that I suppose learned along the way. B channel, what are you doing, mate? Perse again, welcome. Good to have you here, man. Also Mr. C, finally back. Yo, what's up, Persio? You are, by the way, now the first diamond that came in after the holiday. Maybe you were waiting for that, no? What's up, Persio? Nice to have you in. I'll reply to your messages in Diamond because I have read them. B channel, Errol, back at it again. Errol, make sure to send me an email, koenztrading@outlook.com, and I'll bump you up to the silver membership, okay? Because the gift is a bronze. So thanks, B channel. He's at it again. B channel immediately popping in from the very start with gifts as well. I do have to start my analysis though. So to learn tools, that plus you're poking around the tools. Yeah, learn the tools. Build some experience. Mohammed is head is spinning. Yeah, probably. But you definitely got a loyal. Thanks, Mohammed. Appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're okay. And realize it's hopefully temporary, right? The mistake, and it sounds very cliche, like learn from the mistakes, but that's something that I've lived through it, so I know. A big also move the stop loss. Yeah, exactly. You can move your stop in profit, but it should be part of the plan, or the way you trade. With a clear plan, patient, calm, copplers is make a trader and mentor. Koblenz, that's a T6. Probably you're typing on Android because it's Kunz, but Koblenz is probably a local word in your language. I like espresso based on 6 steps. Cheers, B Channel. Appreciate it, man. B Channel is also a diamond member, and for 2 months now. Look at you go, man. Cheers, B Channel. Thanks, man. Patience and discipline and a good plan. That's it. Arbuzny Sok, Mr. Editor. He gave... Wait. Ah, you gave yourself a membership. I've never actually seen that. Okay, well, there you go. What the fuck? Arbuzny Socks, cheers, man. Yo, there you go. That's not how it works. You won your gift. You're already, mate, you are already in diamond even. So you don't even have to do this. This is just a troll. Yeah, what's up, Errol? 1 hour. I see. Yeah. Thanks, man. It's good to like also hear you. It's always good to have you in the background, even if I don't write anything. My real name, Koen Schobbers. You'll find it easily. If you look for my name online, I'm very easy to find because of my previous career as a professional gamer. To 80K. Jeez, that's expensive, eh? Okay. Okay. Let's start, everyone. Let's get this shit on the road. No. Yesterday, I uploaded the cycle and macro time frame video, right? So I'll quickly go over the macro scenario, and then we jump into what's happening locally, because of course that's very interesting, right? What's happening locally is very, very interesting indeed. So let me get the macro scenarios, organize my object tree. I'm a little bit laggy, I notice. 1 second, I'm gonna refresh my page. So you're an esports nerd? Fuck yeah. I used to be a professional player myself in the game Trackmania. If you know the game Trackmania, raise your hand, anyone? I was a pro from 2007 till 2018. Participated in the World Championships 4 times and got 3rd in 2013. I got the shack behind me, like the big thing. So good times. Life was so simple. Yeah, what's up, mindless musician? Look at the time, Kun. Thanks, Mr. Seep. That's a good one. Mido, welcome. Thanks, Mr. Editor. Thanks, Arbuzny Sokman. That's very kind of you. Mido, make sure to send me an email. I'll bump you up to the silver membership, okay? So I'll get you there. That's the short-term updates. Yeah, I was a pro gamer. Trackmania is racing, correct. Okay, let's start. And then I get back into chatting, okay? I promise. Let's start. Cool. We're going to go over the macro, then we go to the local 4-hour range, and of course we observe what price is doing at the moment. So starting with the 2 bullish scenarios on the macro. Which one we're going to get depends on the breakout, okay? So we have to observe it. Currently, the bullish scenarios on the weekly time frame, so the macro, have a higher probability compared to the bearish scenario, right? Now, the first one here is a double 1-2, where we already finished potentially wave 3. It's still a little bit of a question, actually, if this is your green wave 3 or is this a lower degree wave 4? I would prefer this to be the end of green 3 and then green 4 in this particular scenario, where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's quite a long 5, actually. The alternative is 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3. Wait, I have the alternative. 1 second. I made the alternative. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So this is something that I have in the back of my mind, but the support area is the same, so it doesn't really matter too much. So here we are looking for support inside the green area, which has been touched. As you can see, 236 to the 0.5 pips taken from the low of 2 to the high of this 3 in this case, 63.3k, 53.3k, invalidation 0.618 at 49.3k. Here we don't want to see a wave 5 to the upside. And that is interesting because if we look at the volume, then currently the highest amount of volume was in the latest move towards the upside. And that is also what you like to see in a wave 3. You want to see the volume growing, moving to the upside as price moves up. And in a wave 3, you preferably want to see the highest amount of volume, as that is characteristic for a wave 3. Most commonly, a wave 3 is the biggest, longest, strongest wave of an impulse, and therefore we like to see the highest amount of volume in a wave 3. Therefore, if price breaks above this high over here, and we are going to create candles with higher volume, we have to look for scenario 2, which I'll explain in a second. But if price is moving up and the upcoming weekly candles have a lower amount of volume, here you can see the growth in volume, right? You can see price moving up and volume moving up. But if volume or price moves up and volume is going down, we have to think about a wave 5, as a wave 5 most commonly has lower volume. So you have your wave 1, lower volume, 2, volume goes down, usually in the wave 2, then 3, highest volume, 4, volume goes down, 5, you have another peak, but the peak is lower than a wave 3. That is what you're looking for, right? So you want to see a new high, but on lower volume. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. And then we have a wave 3 that is then finished. If wave 5 is in, we're going to look for corrective structure and continuation to the upside. So this is a fib you can put on your chart. Make sure to put your chart on logarithmic scale. We're on the weekly time frame, and price has pumped almost 400%. So it makes sense to check the logarithmic chart. However, this wave 3 is relatively short for a wave 3 in an impulse. Most commonly, a wave 3 hits at least the 1.618 trend-based sub-extension taken from the low to the high of this wave 1. You can take either or, doesn't even matter which one, which pivot you take. But the 1.618 is up here and not here on the logarithmic scale. But that is the scale that we prefer to use, right? On the linear scale, if I go back to linear, you can see we hit it. But this is the linear scale, which is not preferred if price is moving so quickly on such a high time frame. So this is something I do also have in the back of my mind. We didn't hit the 1.618, and that gives opportunity to, by the way, either an extended fifth, right, where a wave 5 is going to be very long because wave 1 and 3 are quite similar in length. And if that happens, it opens the possibility for an extended wave 5, where wave 5 is the strongest wave. Wait and see. But secondly, it opens the possibility for this scenario where you have a triple 1-2. And after this wave 2, you expect an even bigger pump. So we are looking for the wave 3 still to come, which means the candles with the highest amount of volume, we still want to see them, right? So price is going to make a new high, and volume continues to increase. That is what you want to see in this scenario. Now, this is a lot of talk to basically simply say, if price takes this high, which has the highest probability on a weekly time frame, we look for continuation at the moment. Also based on the local structures, probabilities are highest to take this high sooner or later. If price takes this high, then we look at the volume and the structure of the candles on the lower time frames to identify triple 1-2. And we look for a wave 3, or are we looking for a wave 5? We'll see, right? We'll see. The bearish scenario, lower probability, flat structure, corrective structure in wave A, WXYXZ, which by itself is quite rare. Then you have a zigzag in wave B. Wave C is very extended and very long in this particular scenario. But the most common target for a wave B is above, between 98K and 122K, after which you want to see a wave C. Now this is a flat structure. Most common flat is an expanding flat. For an expanding flat, wave B most common target area is the 1.236 to the 1.38. This is your regular flat area, regular flat, less common. And also at the moment on the lower time frames, the probabilities are highest that this is a corrective range and not an impulsive structure to the downside, increasing probabilities to still take the high. Lowering probabilities, B is in, and you look for a C down, which in general has lower probabilities at the moment, as the bullish scenarios have a higher probability on the weekly time frame. Okay. Now we go to the range. Now you have seen probably over the past couple of days videos about this range and different scenarios, of course, as we continue to update the scenarios. And what you see on the chart here, this is the 4-hour chart, right? You can see a WXY or a WXY, yes. So W zigzag, X corrective structure, also a zigzag, most commonly actually a zigzag, and then a flat in wave Y, A, B, and then a wave C to the downside. Most common target for a wave B, again, in a flat, expanding flat target, because an expanding flat is the most common flat pattern, is this area here, which we have not yet reached, as you can see. 73.5 to 74.6 equal to the high, so we have to be aware of a potential swing failure pattern and a move towards the downside in a wave C. Wave C is a usually fast move, a quick 5-wave impulsive structure to the downside, where the target is between the two 1.618s. Currently 62.4K, 58.5 or 4K, and these are pulled, right? The first 1.618 from the high to the low to just above the all-time high, as an like expectation of where the high might be, and the second one is a normal fib pull from the low to the same point, right? Giving us this target area, which is quite interesting because we also have the weekly gap as support just above at 59.2K, and we have a target box at 62.4K, as you can see over here, right? 61.8, 62.9. Now in this wave B, and this is something that I actually spoke about this shortly in the morning, because Stuba was talking about it together with Flotti. I'm not sure if Flotti is here, and Stuba, but they were talking about the wave B. Now mentioned in the video this morning, if price can break the resistance over here, right, we're going to be looking for the triple top. Easy peasy. Price broke the resistance. I'll show it on the 15-minute as well. We moved up. We took the highs. Nice, no? However, it is not easy to count a nice 3-wave corrective structure in here. That is what we were talking about in Discord, the public channel, Bitcoin TA. It's not that easy to count a nice corrective structure. If we are looking for one, it's going to be a W, X, and then a wave Y. So a 3-wave corrective structure, double zigzag. So you have your W, X, and then a Y. In this case, however, preferably, if this is your W, let me do this. W, preferably X is not down here actually. I prefer to have this as then some sort of a 3-wave structure and end X here, so that we have an impulse, flat impulse to finish B and then down. Right, so that you now have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in, and then you move to the downside. So that is what I currently have in mind with regards to this bearish scenario, right? Because in this scenario, we expect price to move towards the downside. So if I put the letters on the chart, we then have this. So I prefer this to be a wave C of a flat. So then you have a 3-wave move to the downside, 3-wave move flat to the upside, corrective structure, you know, whatever this is, and then you start your impulse up, flat, continuation. But it's not a nice looking X, right? Got to be honest, not a great looking X, and it's not too easy to count a nice 3-wave structure, but that is the way that I would approach a 3-wave structure in a W, X, and then a Y, looking for a zigzag to the upside to finish B. Locally, I would then like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and eventually a wave 5. Wave 5, target area, grabs the high, and then you move down. So there's no certainties in trading. So if price makes it up here, we already are at resistance, by the way. We are at the blue resistance box, as you can see, between 72.5K and 73.6K, right? That was an area we were looking for. We are at resistance. And what I like to see is proof of resistance. Show me weakness from an Elliott Wave point of view, and then I would be looking for this wave C to the downside, right? So it's a lot of patience, because as price is moving to the upside, you just got to wait for a range. And then the range will give us the most information about what's going to be next. As long as we don't have a range that, at least is longer than what we have now, right? You can barely call this a range. So I definitely need more information to reassess the probabilities, right? So we need more time, but that's also what makes things easy when price is pumping. From an Elliott Wave point of view, what you're simply going to be looking for is a range to form. And when eventually you get a bit of a range, that's when you can reassess probabilities and make a plan again locally. So at the moment, the local plan is waiting for a range. And from an Elliott Wave point of view, it would make sense to at least see one more high, as on the lower time frames, we would then like to see a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then eventually at least one more in a wave 5, and then take it from there. But the common target also is not yet reached. So we are at resistance though, right? This is no financial advice, but the place to long, in my opinion, was over here, which is what I did. Not here. We are now at resistance. NFA. Oh, I still got the, there it is. Let me move this down for a second here. Don't want to have that at the top all the time. Oop. Cool. Very nice, right? Now, what I spoke about in the in the morning update as well is the second WXY, which is now invalidated, right? So this was the first scenario. This was the number 1. If you watch the morning update, this one was the highest probability at that moment in time between the two WXYs, and this was number 2. Now this one is now invalidated, so that worked out perfectly. And it was mainly all about the resistance we had over here. So let's jump in, because this resistance was important. In the morning video, I said if price can break this resistance, probabilities increase to move to the triple top. What for me was important as an Elliott Wave analyst was hitting the 886, which we did with this candle. The moment the 886 was hit, that is when the probabilities for me really increased to move to the upside, at least take this high. Because the 886 is very rare for a wave 2, but common for a wave B or X. So any move to the downside would have a higher probability of being a wave C or a wave Y, and then at a later stage you expect price to take this high sooner or later, or just continue like it did. So therefore, this area was interesting for an entry, especially once the 886 was hit, which was for me a reason to join the party, right? Which was that position I just moved to the downside. So now price took the highs, hit resistance, and we observed this scenario is now invalidated, so we can remove this from the chart. And something that I personally really like is that also the triangles are invalidated, at least the one that I still saw on the internet. We have another triangle, by the way, I'll show it in a second. But this one, A, B, C, D, and then an E to the upside. If too many people look at a triangle, I'm never really a big fan of the triangle. So I try to look for other scenarios than the triangle. Yeah, this one is now invalidated because price went above B, and that's not what we like to see. An alternative triangle would be A, B, C, D, E, or I've seen this one, A, B, C, D, E, where this is the end and this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're going to look for wave 3, which is then your continuation scenario. That is the bullish scenario. So the bearish scenario at the moment, from an Elliott Wave point of view, would finding resistance here and move to the downside. Price does not have to go to this common target area for a wave B, by the way, because for a regular flat, this is your target area, which we already hit, but a regular flat is simply less common. So, that's why I prefer to have the common B target on the chart. But we are at resistance. We didn't pass resistance just yet. The bullish scenario is that you either finish the correction here or here with a triangle. A, B, C, D, E. for me, this triangle is not great because of wave A. Low probabilities for this triangle, in my opinion, because this wave A is so incredibly short. And besides, this looks better as a flat, and a flat is not allowed in a triangle. At least not as one of the waves. So because this A is so short and B, C, D are much longer as well as E, it doesn't look great. And what is important in a triangle is the proportions as well. So that is not amazing. But then you also have A, B, C, D, and then eventually E. And here you have this trend line. Bettina, if you're here, Bettina was the one that, so I was doing other stuff this morning, and Bettina, Bettina's in the group, he or she, I don't know, but sent me a question, and was like, yo, if I pull a trend line here, price is moving above it, is that normal? Is that allowed? Is it allowed for a triangle? I mean, it is allowed, but this is not what you like to see, that you have price moving above a trend line for a triangle like this. So it's not ideal. So yeah, that's something where A, B, C, D, E. This is your trend line moving above. That's definitely not ideal. Preferably you don't cross those trend lines before you actually break out. Your wave E is very short. And I still like the flat here. I don't know, I'm still bound a bit to a flat in this area. So as it stands, probabilities in the range would be higher for continuation of the range when you have the WXY versus a breakout and continuation. But for me, most important is what happens on the lower time frames. Because as price moved to the upside here, and we had some volume coming in as well, I want to see what price does next. We hit resistance, right? We are not at support. We hit resistance. This was interesting, right? Especially when the 886 was touched. Now we are at resistance, and it's always good to wait for a range. But from a 4-hour range perspective, the probabilities generally would be higher for the range to continue and move back in the range after either hitting the common target area for B, maybe even taking all-time high. But as long as price is moving up, we just follow with price, right? We do have some volume coming in now to the downside, interestingly, as well. But we are still at resistance. This is an important area of support. That is structural support. And if we are looking for a wave 4, right? If we are looking for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5, we take a fib from the low to the high. We toggle on the 0.618. This is your common target area for a wave 4. Make it a bit nice. And this is your invalidation for a wave 4. So if price would move to the downside and hit the 0.618, which is currently sitting at 70.5K, it would invalidate a local impulse here, and it would increase probabilities to move to lower prices. So this is something that we're going to observe. These are the prices. So here you can see it. So when price is pumping, the best thing to do is to wait for a range to form. Sometimes, and that it doesn't happen often, but sometimes you don't get the opportunity for a range and price just does this, poof. But that's a V-shaped recovery or a V-shape, like, I don't know, this is not called a recovery, but a V-shaped dump, I suppose. Does not happen very often. So generally you do get a range or you get some signs, and this is one of them. But at the moment, we just hit resistance. We still have the daily and the daily naked point of control just above where price is. So we have some more resistance up here, especially volume levels like the daily naked point of control are interesting to me. So see what price does. But yeah, at the moment we are simply in the area of interest for a wave 4, and around the 382 you have important resistance. There's a small little gap here, so you fill the gap if you reach these lows in confluence with the 382 as well. That's 71.3k. Keeping in mind that counting this move to the upside so far is not that easy as a 3-waver. So there is definitely possibility for continuation, and that is why in a morning video I also spoke about proof of resistance, that yes, we are at resistance now, but from an Elliott Wave point of view there is not yet any signs of great weakness and price moving down for a wave C. So that is why I prefer to either wait for a bit of a range or show me the weakness, right? And then things will change. Proof of resistance. If we move to the upside and we do not see great proof of resistance here and great weakness for price to move down in a wave C, we're going to be looking for higher. And then we just let it run, right? Then there is no reason for me at least to exit my long because I don't see weakness. And if price does want to continue, and instead of this being a WXY, we have a bunch of 1-2s here that we spoke about this morning in Discord as well. Yeah, we just go. We were right on the direction. Go above the resistance. We're going to be looking for the triple top. Done. What we do now is trade management and expectations. Trade management is personal for everyone. You know, if people TP here, exit here, put their stop loss in profit, whatever they do, you know, it doesn't matter. We were right on the direction here, moving to the upside. We have two scenarios, the bearish and the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is the WXY with the flat. We're going to keep an eye on this one. And the bullish scenario is continuation above the red box, which is going to 80k. And now we just wait for proof of resistance. Probability-wise, I'm thinking, that's why I'm quiet. Positives and negatives. General probability would be higher for this scenario, but it is difficult to count a 3-wave structure in here. So that is why I would look for proof of resistance before even thinking about price moving to the downside like this. As the alternative is continuation, and in the bigger trend, we are in a bullish trend. So I don't really enjoy going against it unless I have solid reasons to think so. So yeah, see how long it takes him to notice. Notice what? I don't know. I'll check in a second. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So we know what we want to look for locally. A little bit of bearish CVDs as price moves to the downside here. Lower high on price, higher high on the CVD. Also here, red candles, but CVD is moving up. That's a bearish in candle CVD divergence. Bearish CVD here, lower high, higher high. So there is some absorption going on at this high over here. There is some resistance here in this area, of course, and a bit of a move to the downside after we took the triple top. And yeah, I guess general probabilities are higher for the WXY, but I need to see proof of weakness. I don't like shorting in a bull market. I don't mind shorting, but if I want to short, I need to see, you know, signs of weakness, because the alternative is continuation to the upside where we have multiple 1-2s and we look for continuation. So I guess that is the probabilities of this. Probabilities higher for continuation of the range, which is this scenario here, possibly taking all-time high. But without any proof of resistance, I am not interested, and we have the opportunity to continue. We are now at resistance. No financial advice, but that's not a great place to long. That was over here, in my opinion, the latest opportunity. because resistance is take profit target, take profit areas. Yeah, we are patient here, patient and see what price does. I don't want to, how do you call it, like be ahead of the game, like have positions running while I don't have any reason to. So price moving down, bearish CVD played out. We have some structural support here, which is quite important actually, this one here. So we are getting close to the 382 now. So yeah, do I have anything else to add? Yes, let's see. So part of the resistance is the value area high, which we have touched now. That is where we are rejecting. So that is very nice. And you can see the support resistance area that I have on my chart over here. So we hit the value area high, hit the resistance box. Very nice. I didn't really speak about the fib times yet. So with regards to the vertical lines, and then I'm gonna start chatting in Q&A. The vertical lines on the chart here is a fib time taken from the high to the end of W to the high of X, comparing W in time with wave Y in time. And preferably for wave Y, you're pretty much the same as kind of like always. You don't really want to see wave Y being 5 or 6 times longer, because then it's quite doubtful it is a wave Y. So preferably it ends before the 4 or before the 3. As mentioned, the wave C can be very, very short and very strong, which creates fear as well, which is great before you then continue to the upside. But the alternative is continuation, and we take it step by step. First, show me weakness, and then I'm interested. So I feel like it's almost like I force myself to pick a side in probabilities, but I'm feeling pretty neutral if I go after my feeling, because we are at resistance. We are in a bull market. Yes, we expected price to move up. We got that. We got the bearish scenario as well. We are prepared. But I first need to see signs of weakness. And a rejection like this, right, is not yet a sign of weakness. It's the same as in a bull market. This is not a sign of weakness. You drop 20% in this case, on this time frame, that's no problem. At the moment, on the 15-minute, what's happening here is not yet a problem. So I need to see more to really increase the probabilities again for the WXY. And I don't really want to say higher, lower probability, because I need to observe the reaction. And we have too little info for that, because counting this move to the upside as a 3-waver for a wave B is not easy. It's not a nice, great looking WXY, but it has potential, right? It's something we keep in mind, where pretty much this whole area is your resistance area. So we did hit the area of interest, but the bullish scenario is a few 1-2s, and then you continue. So yeah, I guess that explains my feelings the best that I have at the moment, where I just wait for clarity. I'm a very patient trader myself, and yeah, show me what you want to do. No, before I went live, I've managed my trade. I don't have to look at it for the foreseeable future. My stop loss is in profit. Yeah. And there's no signs of weakness yet. So let's wait and see. And maybe in a way I'm also a bit afraid that people are gonna auto short certain areas without seeing proof of resistance or great weakness, which of course is stupid, but you know, that happens. So yeah, I'm patient, and let's see what we get as price. Like, I need a new range to reassess probabilities, so let's just wait for the range. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's definitely not surprising. People short a triple top, liquidity grab, price moving to the downside. Of course, there again, we have this scenario, the bearish scenario, right? It's very clear. We got a very clear idea. This is your flat area. Anything above wave X to your 1.38 is your area of interest for wave B. And then you would be looking for your WXY three-wave structure. It's not a clean one, but it has potential, but so does multiple 1-2s. But I don't know. We now have the highest amount of volume in this recent candle here, so you definitely want to see continuation if you are in a bullish scenario. And yeah, probability, yeah. I guess it doesn't happen often. I struggle to communicate probabilities, but it's just that my feelings and my head are not really aligned in a way. Because as a trader, like as a trader myself, I want to wait for weakness and proof of resistance. I need to see weakness. Right. Which we don't have yet. And we have the possibility of continuation. But we are at resistance, so it's not a great place for any long positions. No financial advice, but I'm talking to myself here. We are at resistance. So it's not a great WXY, but this scenario, WX and then a flat, does have great probabilities compared to the continuation. So I would put this on 1 and the continuation on 2, but they're now almost, it's like a 55-45 type of probability, just because I need to see the weakness. I just want to observe what happens, and we don't yet have that information, so I can't make the decision. Bullish long term, yes. Bullish long term. Okay, that being said, let's jump to the 15 minute. So put on the resistance levels as well, and go into chatting. I think I've said enough. I've been talking to myself a little bit there as well. Wait, where is the? Oh, there we go. Pum 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 pum. There we go. And then where's the other one? There it is. And we had a weekly, which we already got. Okay. Cool. Also select the high. There we go. Oh, I didn't look at the time. Arbuzny sock. Thanks, man. Johan, that is a possibility. So that is why I'm doubting it at the end. I just spoke about it, like probability. Wait, let me first sort this one out. Wait, Elliott Wave analysis at 25. No, chatting and Q&A. Okay, bump. Who is this? This was B channel. I see. Yeah. It's the same as the one I replied to earlier. Cheers, Arbuzny Sok, B channel. Thanks, guys. Of course, Perseo coming back as well. Mr. Perseo, how you doing, man? Bumping myself here, live chat. There we go, so I can pin my message. So your quick question is, of course, about this move to the upside. I suppose the AB wave on the 4-hour is very unlikely to be a series of 1-2s. I would guess you're talking about the move to the upside that we have since 64K. So from this low, and there is the possibility of 1-2s here. But also the 1-2s are not nice. So this is the thing. That's why I prefer to get new local info. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, not great. Your second wave 1 over here is longer than your first wave 1, even though it's a lower degree. Doesn't look great. If this is a wave 1 and this, then your wave 2 has to be here and not here, else your wave 2 is too long. That means your next wave 1 is a diagonal which is expanding, an expanding diagonal, which is very rare. You didn't get a wave 2 to the downside as well. So the 1-2s are not great, right? It's not like a great series of 1-2s, but I can't say they cannot be. Probability-wise, the probabilities would be higher to look for something like this, a continuation of the range. Probability-wise, that would make the most sense. But as we are in a bull market and the 1-2s are not always very clean, remember this here. Remember that everyone here was looking for a triangle, but instead you had a series of 1-2s here, right? 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 up. It's not a great series of 1-2s. It's not a diagonal 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 up. It was messy price action. And because it all was condensed inside the range, people thought of a triangle, but it was a series of 1-2s or a WXY followed by a double 1-2. So they are not always nice, but probability-wise, the WXY has some higher probabilities than continuation. But I need to see local weakness, which at the moment we don't yet have. Show me the weakness, right? Hit the 0.618 now. Okay, show me some weakness, right? Probabilities increase to have a further move to the downside. Reject over here, range, bearish CVD, bearish, like get an impulsive structure to the downside, a 5-wave move or a solid diagonal, and we can talk, right? So I need info before I'm going to talk about rejections in a bull market. It makes, from a 4-hour perspective, it makes sense, the WXY. But I am not interested at all, personally, in shorting here unless I see great signs of weakness. I actually think that so far I gotta side eye the diamonds here, but I don't think so far we had any shorts actually, right? All the Elliott Wave setups were longs so far. Yes. Yes, they were all long so far. So we didn't do anything with this move to the downside. This was long 1, long 2. I actually forgot if we had one here. I'm not sure anymore. I got to check history. Then I sold everything before going on holiday, as we also expected a range to come, which was over here. And then now I'm in 2 longs again. So we you know, and they are both in profit and managed. So I actually don't think, diamonds, that we had any short from an Elliott Wave point of view. Yeah. Cool. Plop. Let me very quickly scroll up just to see if I missed an important thing or important question, and I'll be at the bottom very quick. I played Rocket League as well, but the ranking system has changed. So in the past, back in the day, when you still had Rising Star and that sort of stuff, that is when I was in the champion ranks. I was also a Grand Champ one season, but nowadays I don't keep up with the top, mate. I'm happy if I'm like Champ 1, Champ 2. Usually my level is usually Champ 2, Champ 3. You know, that's kind of like where I'm at. I also think that the speed of your mouse, I don't know, you think if I click on my screen, Sherry, do you think it's quick or like, you know, it's pretty normal, no? Like how I move. We get some move to the downside. This bearish CVD played out. So all the lower time frames bearish CVDs have now played out, right? This one over here, this one as well. And that now means we are at the 382. And the 382 here, oops, is an area of support because of the structural support we have here. And we filled the gap now as well to the downside. Now the question is, will it hold or not? Isn't this wave 3 too short? On the linear scale, it isn't. On the, so he's talking about the weekly time frame, the beginning of the analysis. On the linear scale, it isn't, but on the weekly scale, wave 3 is longer than wave 1, and that is the minimum requirement for wave 3. It's not allowed to be the shortest wave, so it has to be longer than wave 1 or wave 5. In this case, it is already longer than wave 1. Even on the logarithmic scale, it may not have reached the 1.618, but it is longer than the 1-to-1 of wave 1, which therefore makes it a valid wave 3. However, in a bull market, right, if we're really talking about a bull market, you actually want to see a nice extended wave 3 that hits at least the 1.618. If your wave 3 is not extended, you got to think about an extended wave 5 where you get the blow off top type of move, or you have a 1-1-1-2. Now, logarithmic is only on higher time frames. Like over here, I don't use log, 4 hour, I don't use log, but when I go to the weekly, I use log, or when you go to coins or whatever that move a lot of percentage, then it's best to use log as well. Or if you do analysis on something that has moved a couple of 100%, it's recommended to use log. Yeah, like Simeon says as well. Yeah, what's up, Jeroen? How you doing? How you doing? Spoke to Jeroen today. Great guy. We got an interesting project that's going to start. Isn't age a thing too? I am 31 years old. I was a professional esports player in Trackmania from I was 15 years old when I started as a pro. My parents had to sign a contract, and then 11 years later I quit, so I was like 26. What's up, maybe a Band-Aid? How you doing? Arbuzni Sok, what is the psychology behind corrective waves? Why wave 4 often retrace less than wave 2 or trade sideways? Actually, it's an interesting question because your question is very much about market psychology. It's about people. So in the end, the price, right, it's buying or selling, whatever happens in the background, right? You have your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you have a move to the downside, I actually want to, let me quickly do this. Not too much strength here so far, no? If you have a correction, a move to the downside, and then you get your wave 1, your wave 2, usually deep and short, then your wave 3, sideways shallow 4, and then your wave 5. Think about the emotions in the market. Price went down for a significant period of time, whatever this time frame is, right? You can find impulses on any time frame, but let's imagine it's a 4-hour big move to the downside. Then price moves up. The emotion is going to say it's a fake rally, right? Fake rally. Usually wave 1 volume is low. Fake rally. Price moves down again. Hey, we go down anyway. So people are shorting because short. Fake rally. We short again. Because of that emotion, the most common pattern in a wave 2 tends to be the zigzag, which is a sharp corrective structure to the downside. It's a 5-3-5 impulse correction impulse, right? Short, deep, simple. Zigzag is a simple correction. However, absorption, move up. The moment this high breaks, that is where perspective changes, as then we're like, oh, wait a minute, market structure change, volume starts to come in, and the higher it goes, the more people are like, oh, fuck, I missed buying here, I missed buying here, I better get in somewhere here. And then we are so high, right, then you have your wave 3 extension, you start ranging, but each little range you get becomes an opportunity to buy. So you have buyers, 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 buyers. So here you have your sellers, right? And here you have buy, 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 buy. Therefore, ranges for wave 4 tend to be shallows because of the buying power. The danger is that in a strong bull market, your wave 2s, right? If you finally move to the upside, of course, we had a year of bear market and then we started moving to the upside, 15K, 30K, 24K. This wave 2 was quite shallow. The move to the upside from 15 to 30K was a significant move, right? And your wave 2 was shallow. Perspective was slowly changing. Are we in a bull market? Are we going up? Then you start ranging for ages in that wave 2. And it was a shallow wave 2. So we now have at least a double 1-2 that is very shallow. That does increase probabilities for sharp wave 4s. And the sharp wave 4s then means wave 1, this is almost like the chart we have, 15K, 30K, 24K, 70K, 60K, 60. Actually, what we are doing now is a shallow retracement. It's not the right. Anyway, deep and then continue. The danger of the hype and the shallow wave 2s and the FOMO is that the probabilities increase for a wave 4 to be a sharp, quick correction, like a zigzag. Because of the liquidations, everyone is long so hard, their grandma's longing, right? Their dog is longing, their nanny is longing, everyone is longing, everyone is, Bitcoin, whatever they talk about. And because of all the buying, you eventually trigger a set of liquidations and it just tanks. Very quick, in a few days, you drop 20%, 30%, 40%, that's normal, and then you go back up. But then you stopped out a portion of people got scared, they sold, and then you bring it back up again. So because of the shallow wave 2s, we do have to think about potential sharp wave 4s. That's a very long explanation, but hopefully it makes it clear. You make it. Thanks, taking care of business. This guy's. Thanks, Arbuzni Sok. Yeah, Arbuzni is the motivator of Telegram. He's in there all the time. Chuchu, how you doing, man? What's up? From Discord now in the live chat. I've got a shorter signal through now. I believe I'll find it. Good luck with your trade. First of all, it's nice that you have a plan, right? Make sure you have an invalidation as well. And good luck with the trade, right? So have a plan, have an invalidation. Don't risk your whole portfolio and look for your liquidation as a stop loss, right? Be mindful. And if you have a plan, if your trade is a losing trade, it's just part of the plan. Doesn't matter. No one is a 100% winning trader, right? If you have a 50, 60% win rate, you're still losing 50 or 60, or you're still losing 50 or 40 trades over 100, but you're profitable. If this turns out to be a winner, it's extra nice. Getting my feet wet. Me too in the Netherlands. Is there any special conditions that makes complex structures appear more often? I've heard a phrase. Yeah, I don't really believe in their more complex. Like if you go to the what is it? The S&P 500. Then at a given moment you had an expanding triangle. I mean, probabilities are highest. That's an expanding triangle. It's also in the book, actually, Elliott Wave principle. I mean, I've not seen an expanding triangle really in recent years. It's just look, I don't know, for me nothing changes. You have bots and you have AI, but in the price action I don't have any difficulty identifying things compared to 2 years ago. Of course, I'm not trading for decades. You know, I probably, Mr. Prechter can answer this question better than I do, because he has the experience. But for me, this is all I know. So maybe that's the difference. This is what I'm used to. Nothing has changed for me. It's not more or less complex. CVD on the 15 and the 3 minute. I actually haven't checked it. At the moment, there's no divergences on a 15, so I prefer to look on the lower time frames. Here we had some bear CVD, but these already played out, and now everything is neutralized, and you just, you know, observe, see what happens. There's currently no bearish CVDs locally, and we find some support on the support area. It seems a little bit at least. Computer crashed. Welcome back. You're waiting for in C to exit long on to top. Would you consider shorting? Yeah, so if we're looking for a wave C, preferably I indeed look for the potential of impulsive structures like a 1-2, absolutely, or a diagonal, and then some bearish CVDs as well would be nice as a bit of confluence. Hitting a resistance area would give more confidence as well, like an area of resistance instead of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's the context. My profile picture. It's a heart? No, it's not. Is it a heart? I don't know. Let me see. Any volume above that? I don't know what you mean with the question. We're retesting the resistance and support right now. No, this was the previous resistance here. Failed once, and then we went through. Failed as support once. Now we don't really want to see price coming back here. You know, that would be a negative. Chat, my picture is him when he was a baby. I have no idea. I don't know. 1K order sitting at 73K. 73. Oh, that's around the daily. Interesting. Liquidity. Looking for liquidity. Hi Kun, great to have you back and counting some waves. What's up, Daywalt? How you doing, man? Would be great if we... Yo, yeah, absolutely. I'm open. How do we organize that? Do you use like OBS duo thing? I've done that once with Alex. I only have experience with one other person previously, but Joe, happy to chat Elliott Wave, man. I believe I saw. So Mark sent me so Andy moved to Dubai, and you were live together with Andy, and I was doing some other stuff, and then Mark sent me a link like, yo, check this out. And I believe I only jumped in at I could only jump in at the end of the live stream somewhere, but I've been clicking through, and actually a large portion of it was talking about Elliott Waves, which of course is interesting to me. But absolutely, Daywalt, sure. I did a Google to find a gaming and Insta popped up. Wait, what are we even looking at? What the? I have no idea. Okay, this is what we're going to do with 4 and a high time frame. Yes, agreed. In terms of trading, agreed. Corrective, not impulsive to the downside. Probabilities on the high time frame are higher to take the high eventually, yes. In the possibility which you mentioned that we keep moving up, what kind of flip levels should we look at? And if price rejects from above? And if price rejects from above, then the C will move up as well. So Abiyit, on the 4-hour time frame, the range, I spoke about the fib levels for a expanding flat, which is just above price, right? That is, so if price rejects in this area, this is your expanding flat area, that is 73,500, 74,600, which includes the all-time high. So you might potentially wick the all-time high. Or the high of this range, as I prefer. All-time high gives so much emotion on it's just a high. So as a trader, I don't care if price is 100K or 10K. I just trade the range, or I trade the high or the low, or that sort of stuff. All-time high, it sounds, brings a lot of pressure on the term. But yeah, just the high here. So that is the area of interest. If price moves up above this area, we still have the bigger flat. But if we move up impulsively, the bigger flat is unlikely. So then you would expect continuation. For a wave B, let me actually, what I just mentioned, let me put that on the screen so people can follow it as well. Wait, so the 1.618, where is it? Is an uncommon target for a wave B, 76.3K. So moving to the 1.618 would increase probabilities for continuation and moving above as well. And the final scenario, if you move that high, would be a flat. Where is it? Whoop. And that is this area here, 76.9, 78.8. But if you move up in a straight line, it's very unlikely you have a wave B, because a wave B has to be a three-wave structure, a corrective structure. And if you're going to get this and you have volume increasing, probabilities would be higher for continuation if you reach these levels. So yeah, those are some of the fibs, you know, to look for, I suppose. And what it means as well. Like, knowing the levels is one, understanding the levels, that is number two. And that's what I'm trying to teach everyone on YouTube as well, in the public videos and stuff, is you pull the fibs from here and there, but in the live streams I can explain why, and I can explain Elliott waves in more detail. Hopefully it helps people. We answered this one. Hey, Matchy HK. Sorry, man, I completely missed it. Yo, Matchy HK, thanks for joining, man. Welcome to Silver. Sorry that I only see it now. I hope you're still here, actually. But cheers, mate. Matchy, send me an email, koenztrading@outlook.com, with your Discord, Telegram, and YouTube username, and I'll get you sorted. But yo, welcome to the Silver team, man. Welcome. Nice to see you joining. He's been here for a while as well on the channel. So nice to see you. Welcome. Nice bronze badge behind your name now. Looks like 1-2's nice wedge formation. You mean here at the lows? Yeah, it's not too great of a start for an impulse, but 1-2's can be very tricky. Please have a quick look in my latest post in general chat. First of all, Tradicus, I will so this is just general chat, but I will reply to it later. Secondly, how do you manage to make daily content and live streams, be active on Discord, and have free time / wife time anyway? Yeah. Managing my, by the way, Tradicus, thanks, mate. I'll reply to you after the live stream. But time management, that's, I gotta say, it's been that has been one of my strengths since I was young. I have a planner, which is like I have a planner as well. So I use this. This is my own planner, by the way, which everyone can download. Here, I think other content. Yeah, so this is the planner I use. If you want the same planner, you can check it out. So you can just download it. And yeah, since I was young, I had to combine professional gaming with school, which was a tough. So that's where the planning came in. And today it's still works. But my wife is also an entrepreneur and entrepreneurial, so that helps. She understands, and we still have time together. Like we went for a run today together. We do sports together, for example. In the evening, we generally, when we have dinner, we cook together, or like we had tea together this afternoon as well. So we do spend time together. Gotta make time for one another. That is correct, Milo. Nice save. Is there a way to count total market crash, for example, Luna or any stock that will... Well, the Luna, actually we did Luna in the altcoin stream here. Somewhere at the end we did Luna, but of course a crash like that, like it makes no sense to count the crash from an Elliott Wave point of view. That would be an anomaly, and then you start counting again once price starts to build a range, and then once the range develops, that is when you start counting. Do you take fundamentals as part of the probabilities in a pattern? If there's a certain move due to, let's say, news and forms a weird structure, would you consider that same structure not so weird? Nice emote. I personally am 100% technical trader, so I don't follow any news whatsoever. However, like, I don't follow news, but I do pay attention to when is there news. The thing is, I just don't know what this is. I don't read articles. I don't follow Twitter crypto or crypto Twitter or whatever they like people. So I don't know what's happening here. The only thing I'm interested in with regards to news myself as a technical analyst is that I do know that news can give volatility. So I want to make sure that I trade safe around these hours, which is also what I say in the videos. So I keep an eye on what's going to happen, but I have no idea what this is going to be. 3 stars impact, US, that's all I look at. But I don't follow the news. And whenever there is a big move or something happens, then usually before it happened, we already had the probabilities in that direction anyway. And actually one of the most recent and I think greatest examples was this one and this one. You can go back to the videos. Here, right, we had a diagonal to the downside, bearish, strong bearish CVDs. Probabilities on the 15-minute were higher to take this low. As price moved down, and the thing is, the probabilities were higher to take the low. But of course, I don't know how low we go. Because we don't know. But probabilities were higher to take this low here and continue the range. This is where I went live because we were looking for the low, so it was interesting. And then we got this. I had 500 people watching here. This was the craziest stream I've ever done. Like 300 subs in a day. Chill. And then here we had the ETF announcement, but if you remember, we had a target box here, and in all the live streams here, also the ETF announcement live stream we did here, because during the live stream actually nothing happened, but the day after we got this. But what we were talking about is, with the ETF announcement, it would be great to see a move up, rejection, and a strong move down. Just to get like the typical news stuff. There's so much hype and ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Grab the liquidity, grab the buyers, and drag it down. How far it goes down, no idea. We just follow up with price, right? We just check the waves again. We just count. But these are 2 great examples where we had an expectation and look, some people trade fundamental, others trade technical and fundamental. I trade technical. So I'm not involved with fundamentals, but for me here we were looking for downside as well as here. You can go back to the video over here around 10 and 11th of Jan, and you will see I had a target box here. Perfect. So what comes first? For some people the news comes first and they short because of the news, but I'm a technical guy. So yeah, I don't really look at fundamentals. Doesn't mean they don't work, because they definitely work. Especially if you read the books, Market Wizards, right? You will see that you can make a lot of money as a fundamental, as a technical, as a combination trader. But personally, I don't look at fundamentals. Yeah. Take care of business. Take care all. Take care of your dog, mate. Also, is there a way for a chart from an Elliott Wave point of view to go forever down? For example, there's such a pair on Binance called BTCD that goes forever down. I don't know what I mean. I don't know. I would have to look what BTCD is because it's called BTC down. So there's probably some way on the background, maybe like, is it price? Is it does it have a price or a percentage? I don't know. But personally, if a chart is new and goes down, I don't count it. I need to see before, and this is something that that gold people will know, and also I have one video on the channel that explains this. If you have the launch of a new coin and you get a spike and then we go down, 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 and we go below the low, and then you go, I have no interest in counting this. What I eventually do is I look for a low, and if we get a bit of a move up, I'm gonna count this section. I only count that move to the upside and what happens after. So I will start at the low of the chart with my count. I don't pay any attention to what happens here. And then based on what I can count locally, I can get a better idea of if we go up or down. Didn't see my prank. Oops, I'm lucky to hit the ball. No, I didn't. Sorry. Pleasure, Jeroen, mate. Hi, everyone. What's up, Bina Darabsand? How you doing? Rebel. Sorry, I have business out of town today. I missed the important session. I'm still stuck with the BTC triangle. I suppose you have already covered it. Yeah, so the triangle is now invalidated unless you had a triangle with a bullish scenario where your triangle is either ending here or here. But I covered that in the analysis, so that's true. So minute 25, we start with the weekly and then I jump into the range. Trader SC7, welcome. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Caught the stream finally. What's up, Money Badger? I mean, it's not your first stream, right? You've been there more often over the past week. Moonboot Boy, we really need to... thanks, Moonboot Boy. I have no idea where we're at. Where we're at? 73. 73. Is this the guy? Oh yeah, let me actually talk about this. I have an important message to share. I was already wondering if this was actually the guy or not the guy. But let me, now that he was in the chat, I at least want to say the following. If you go in Discord, you'll see this message, which I think is important. Just read it. So I'll read it so you don't have to read it. Anyway, let's start with the picture. Jeroen, great guy, send me this message from this little shit. Hello, I'm an old Diamond member and have, I blanked that, Koen's personal strategy and would like to sell to you for, would love to hear a response. Jeroen replied and sent me a screenshot saying it was urgent. So this motherfucker is one of those people that hurts the industry. So anyway, you know, I expected it to happen one day, you know, sooner or later. But over here, I write something. So let me at least read it so that you're informed and everyone. I try to provide you with the best content, both on YouTube and the memberships. I work hard to continuously improve things. I'm quite transparent, you know, as a person, which has its benefits and also negatives. This was bound to happen, and I pretty much knew that one day I would see a message like this. Some dick joining, stealing, selling. I mean, just look at other channels, right? There's countless of suckers offering their content and products, right? So you have those people that join a course, a group, a mentorship of someone, downloads all the shit and then starts selling it, right? I know this happens because in the past I received countless of offers from those type of people, right? But instead, if I would take something, I prefer to support the source. And I'm not saying this because I'm now a creator myself. This is how I've always been. It's something that's in your values and your norms if you're a good person. Now that I know this is a thing, that there are like little shits that do this, sincerely thank you, Jeroen, I can imagine you, as a viewer or Discord member, may receive a message from this motherfucker. I'll be plain simple. You do you, and I can't control what you do with it, right? If you support someone's work, I am happy to help you. You can become a member. If you support people stealing work, then be happy and pay them. The good thing is my strategy is always innovating. So 200% likely this guy has all data. And now he will never enter again, right? Step number 4 in the 6 steps I always talk about is tweaking and adjusting and improving, so it's always changing. It does make me think on how to proceed with the info I share. I don't know the intention of people joining, right? But I do care about trading myself. As my strategy continues to evolve, I'm not planning to see bitches sharing each new thing on the street for people that support theft/scamming versus the creator. To be continued, as I will think about some stuff this week on how to proceed. There you go. So this idiot now decides to join the stream and say the same thing. So we're very quick with those people. And you do you. I know it exists. I know there's many different, groups that steal content from great content creators or great traders and put it on there. If you are one of those people that buy that stuff, then please feel free to leave this channel because this is not a place for you. If you are someone that supports the creator, feel free to stay because it's just a value of mine that I will never buy something from a guy like this shit. I support the guy, the source. Yeah. That being said, Moonboot Boy, I would send you an email too, but I only send news. You're a member now. You're bronze for 2 months, mate. You didn't gift it, or got a gift. But yeah, feel free to send me an email. I'm interested, KW. So yeah. No, cheers, Moonboot Boy. See me. Let me have a look. You more. Thanks, Moonboot Boy. Dubba, I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for the live analysis. What is your price target prediction for Bitcoin peak bull if you would take a guess? I posted my cycle and macro video last night, which is what day is it? It's Monday, right? Oh, it's not. I probably posted it in the wrong playlist. 1 second. Because I uploaded a video yesterday, which is the Bitcoin cycle and macro Elliott Wave analysis. Bitcoin macro. No, it should be in here. Let me refresh. Why is it not there? Oh, wait, they're turned around. I see. It's probably okay, never mind. So it's this green one. Somehow they are turned around. I got to check that out. But the green one here, 19 hours ago, that's the one you want to see. And this is cycle and macro. So that is monthly and weekly, including also price targets and those type of things. So make sure to check that one out. I recommend that one. Last cycle on Bitcoin did probably 2 CME gaps on the downside were not filled ever. Yes, that's something to be aware of. Absolutely. I also think if you are very interested in very high time frame Elliott Wave analysis, of course, every Sunday I post cycle and macro counts. But I can also recommend Green Star Trading. He is an Elliott Wave analyst that only really does high time frame, really. I don't follow many other Elliott Wave analysts because most of them are simply not great. So I don't have interest in looking at a video and then be like, oh, he didn't stick to that rule and that rule. You know what I mean? But Green Star Trading is a good high time frame analyst. So I can recommend him, and he talks a lot about the higher time frames. Very in depth as well. So his videos are like 20-30 minutes. I'll send you a DM on Discord. Cool. See you soon. Speak to you soon, Daywald. I'll watch you both. Yeah, Liquid Mafia partnership coming. My very first trial on this. I thought I see an ABC and probably D in the triangle. And this scenario has a C Wait, I thought I replied. I replied, I believe, to most people on Discord, but maybe I missed your message. I'm not sure. But if you have the triangle here, right, then you are correct for an A, B, C, where your C is then finished, and then you want to look for a D. So a three-wave correction in D, and then an E, and then continuation. But the invalidation for a triangle is if wave D moves above wave B. So now that price here took the highs, this triangle is now invalidated. And that means that the only triangle currently that would have potential, but that's only if you actually like break to the upside and continue, is either A, B, C, D, E. So that's a small one, but then you can see that your D and your E are very short compared to your A, B, and C. That is generally not really what you like to see, that they're so tiny. Or you have A, B, C, D, E, right? But then wave A is very short. So I would even prefer this, A, B, C, D, E, over this being an A. And then you would start counting here for an impulse, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you want to continue. If that is the end of the corrective structure. I will do, Rebel, I will do a live stream on Wednesday. And I'm not sure what time zone you live, but Central European time, it's going to be between 7:30 and 8 p.m. So if you can make it live, I definitely recommend being there, because you can send me charts, send me stuff, and then I can react and I can explain a lot of things. So it will be Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We're talking to Gold, by the way. He's a Gold member. Quickly, because I see someone new. Greg, what's up, Greg Schroeder, German, maybe? Welcome to the Diamond team, and thanks for your support, especially after the message that I just read from Discord. I really value your support here. Now, it's quite interesting because, of course, for me, it's the first time I now encounter things like this happening. So it's an interesting, like, you know, it's not easy because, of course, it's your it's what you do, and then, you know, people just like take it. But thanks for your support, Greg. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Diamond team. Make sure to send me an email, and I will get you sorted after the live stream. Okay. Welcome to the team, together with the others. Welcome, man. What's this? B channel, man, you gotta keep money in your pocket. I don't know, maybe you're making lots of profit, which is good. But thanks, B channel, #1 fan. That's kind of true, because I think B channel now has, I think over the months, probably been gifting the most subs or the most memberships, as well as these type of things. Thanks, B channel, man. I'm back from holiday for not even a week now, and the support from all of you, and that's not necessarily this dono and memberships, but it's just on the live stream, having over 100 viewers. We had 8,813 subscribers when I came back last week Wednesday, and that's when I did my first live stream again. And now we are at, I don't know, 9.1k something. So it's incredible. Thanks everyone for for what you're doing. I'm not used to this, so appreciate it, man. Thanks, B channel, especially. Your support throughout the months has been amazing. Nothing but thanks. So yeah, really cool. Cheers, man. Holy moly. One second. Yeah, boy, how you doing, man? How you doing? Are you in a trade at the moment? How you doing? Like, You're doing good with the movement of the market at the moment? How's your studying going? Elia Dup, what do you think about more crypto online's count? By the way, congrats, Ben, on 200K subscribers. Very, very impressive. Now, I don't actually follow, I got to be honest here, I don't follow more crypto online. I'm not sub to his channel, but I happen to know he reached 200K today. So big congratulations, because it's amazing as an entrepreneur as well. The way he built his channel and how it's growing is very impressive. I'm very impressed with how he runs the channel. And he's also one of the reasons I made my channel, because look, let me be blunt here, that I think, so I don't know him as a person, but I bet if I see him on the street, you know, we can have a drink and we can have a chat and we can talk Elliott Waves forever. And I think he's probably a great person. But from an Elliott Wave perspective, he does make mistakes. And on YouTube, I found it very difficult to find a channel that actually does good Elliott Wave analysis and sticks to the rules, updating multiple times a day or even one video a day. There's no, you know, it doesn't happen too often. I couldn't, you know, really find some. And more crypto online, as amazing as he is as an entrepreneur, and I bet as a person as well, I think his success is a reason for the reduced quality in his counting because of his limited time. Because he makes mistakes. And people that don't know Elliott Waves will not immediately see it, because Elliott Waves is complex. So if you have viewers that, you know, maybe he talks about a triangle or some other structure, a normal person that doesn't know Elliott Waves too well, or maybe not at all, he will be like, okay. But then you have me, someone that is very experienced with the material, and I see through the mistakes. And it's very difficult for me to watch channels that don't stick to the rules. And unfortunately, that's why one of the reasons why I made my channel is because of the lack of sticking to the rules. So yeah, I think as a again, I don't want to sound bad, you know what I mean? He makes so many videos a day, which is insane to me, how you can even make so many videos a day, plus have memberships running and all that stuff. It's crazy how he's managing everything. I have no idea how he does it. I'm very impressed. But as a Elliott Wave analyst, maybe because he makes so many videos, he can't put enough time in the counts, which reduces the quality. So the quantity goes up, but the quality goes down. And I prefer quality over quantity. So I prefer to focus on Bitcoin. And then I have certain live streams where I will dedicate a live stream to alts, let's say. And yeah, it's just I struggle to watch his videos because I can't, because I see through the mistakes. And then I get annoyed. So yeah. That's why I don't watch his videos. What games did you play before? I used to be a professional gamer in Trackmania, and I also played Rocket League on a semi-high level in the Netherlands at least, and I also like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, the old school 2010 game. No worry about the link, Bina, because the links are auto removed in the chat just to protect you all from potential scammers. George, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Are you waiting for a sign of weakness? Yes. I'm already in 2 longs now, so no problemo. And I have managed my trades accordingly, so everything is nice and good. But yes, if we are looking for the WXY scenario, then I am waiting for proof of weakness, proof of resistance. So just being very, very patient with what price is doing. And we do have some bearish CVD on yellow, lower high on price, higher high on the CVD. But yeah, just being being patient. We hit resistance here, which is nice. We took the liquidity above the triple top. Very nice as well, right? And yeah, I spoke earlier in the analysis. At the end, the analysis starts at minute 25, but then I explain the probabilities at the end of the analysis. I'm not really sure when we ended, but I do recommend checking it out because that's where I go in a bit more detail in why probabilities are the way they are for me at the moment. But yes, if I would look for shorts, I first want to see weakness. So I'm a very patient trader. I'm not someone that catches the highs or the lows. I need to see more. I need more info. For the top of this cycle. Taking care of business, I recommend checking out this one here. This is the recent one, Bitcoin cycle and macro Elliott Wave technical analysis. This is 19 hours ago. Somehow it ended up after the previous one here, this one. This is the older one. Go to the green one, this one. And that is where I talk about the monthly chart and cycle tops and those type of things. And what I also mentioned is that I recommend Green Star trading because he's very good on the very high time frames. He uses lots of different tools and ways of analyzing the potential high. Of course, every Sunday night, I do upload a cycle macro video. So every Sunday night, I update the cycle in case there is an update. But I can recommend Green Star trading as well. Hasta la vista, Barbie. What's up? What do you think for an ending diagonal on which time frame? Because at the moment, I'm not looking for an ending diagonal. Unless maybe very, very locally in this local impulse to the upside on a 5-minute chart. There could be an ending diagonal here, right? Over here. 1, 2, no, this high didn't actually take the high. So, 1 second, let me look on the chart. There's a difference between AGGR and the chart here. Okay. Well, or this is just a 4, and then you have again 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5. But not really looking on the higher time frames for a ending diagonal at the moment. Especially because we've been ranging now sideways, of course, for so long. So, yeah, same name as Discord. Yeah, the SZ type of guy. Yeah, I don't understand why are people like this. You know, you always got those shits. The world is full of scam. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm definitely behind on what you guys are writing. I sent on Q&A WXY new idea. WXY I see. But Bettina, your wave X or Y has to finish earlier in this case because a wave C, so in an ending diagonal, your wave, in a contracting ending diagonal, your wave 3 has to take the high of 1 and your wave 5 has to take the high of 3. So this is not possible in this case. So you would need to see this. So then you have this is then your 1, right? And then you have your 2, but then you need a 3, a 4, and then you need a 5 high. So you need this. We can't have this here. A, and then you have your A, B, C, D, E. This is interesting, but your wave A is very big compared to your CDE, which reduces probabilities because a triangle is a lot about proportions as well. And the proportions at the end compared to your A, if your A starts here at the 1, right, that's a bit of a struggle, no? Your B can be a zigzag. Your C, there's still potential here for a flat as well. C might be a WXY in this case, and then you have your D, but then your D becomes an impulse. So there's a couple of things, and I can imagine people don't really know like what I'm talking about, but this here this is an impulsive move to the upside. So if this is a D, then you want to see a zigzag, but this becomes a flat, or it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the lower time frames, at least, it counts as an impulse. 3 min. Yeah, then you have your 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. But I do like the idea. I also think it's a very creative idea. I actually didn't even really think about ending a triangle like this here. And then you start counting here. This is then your 1, 2, and then you're looking for a wave 3. So I think it's a great idea. And definitely one that I will remember. It doesn't matter too much to where price is now. Your diagonal here, of course, that's wrong. We have to put the wave Y and C up here. Truncated wave 5 is very rare. So then you want to start your A, B, C, D, E, but it's just it feels very too condensed, you know what I mean? So probabilities are higher for other structures, but it's a nice one to keep in mind though. Greg, once again, thanks for joining, man. Welcome to the team. Welcome. Appreciate it, dude. They will have an AI video of you soon, probably. This is why I was asking about what disqualifies the triangle yesterday. I was comparing the move to another part. Yeah. So in a triangle, you can only see zigzag family structures, so no flats or that sort of stuff. Wave C and D most commonly are, if there's one complex structure, it's usually C or D. Wave E can be a triangle by itself, but that's very rare. Generally in a triangle, the volume goes down, but that's a guideline, that's not a rule. A contracting triangle is most common. Running triangles are second most common, like position number 2. And something I can recommend to everyone, only really start counting triangles if a wave D is in. So you can already put it on the chart, but before a wave D is in, usually a WXY has a higher probability than a triangle. And a WXY will give triangle fakeouts. So that's, you often see fakeouts. So be very patient with counting triangles. It's usually a very good idea to first count WXYs and have the triangle as a alternative option. Gwendy Zoo, how are you doing? Have you learned to spend a bit more time with your girlfriend now? What's up, mate? Paolo D'Antonio, thank you from Italy. What's up, Paolo? Welcome. My pleasure. Miriam from Russia, I hope you're well. Welcome. Good to see you in the live chat, Miriam. That's very rare. Good to see you here. In weekly, so show me how you think first wave has. The first wave, Miriam, is a WXYXZ, so that is the corrective structure. Wave A in a flat can be any corrective structure except a triangle. So then we have a WXYXZ in there. And I have other videos which show the count in more detail. But to quickly just show it. There you go. And I do have like videos where I talk about this in more detail, but those are the macro high time frame videos, probably before I went on holiday. So, but it is a rare corrective structure, right? But that would be your first move. And the really only bearish scenario you can now have is an ABC to the upside from 15K. I want to look at all the thumbnails for crypto. A scary place. Yeah, the open faces, right? The mouths like, oh, Bitcoin is going to 5 million. Yeah, and then they record with the phone. You know what I mean. It's great fun to sometimes watch videos like this though. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I miss out on some clicks, but I'm not that type of person really. Yeah. Yeah, Green Star is very cutthroat, right? He's like, and if you don't agree, I don't care. Like fuck you. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's good that you're learning things, but Jeremy, please be sure that you also check the books and and some websites. Um, if you only learn from the YouTube videos, then there's a big chance you've learned some things wrong. A lot of like, of course, many things are correct, like 5 waves, 3 waves, but unfortunately, there's many mistakes. So he's an amazing person and a great entrepreneur, as I said, and big props to reaching 200K. That's absolutely fantastic. And I probably do, if we meet each other in real life, I love him as a person. We can have a drink. But I think his success does like the quantity, a lot of videos, quality is goes down, and it's for me, because I know all the rules in a lot of detail. It's difficult to watch a video because of not always sticking to the rules. It doesn't happen in every video, absolutely not, but it does happen very often. Thanks, Moonboot Boy. Yeah, I don't know, of course, his business plan and what he does. That's also not my my business, literally. But yeah, you know. Hey, there is he. Mark is back. What's up, Mark? That's a quality product, then use scale and only reduce quality. I think that the trick to keeping the, like, of course. So I think it's about having a team and trusting people around you. So if you as a YouTuber want to focus on the videos, you have a choice. I do 1 coin or I do 100 coins. I prefer quality over quantity. Bitcoin, that's my thing. I trade it myself. I don't really trade alt, so that's my choice because it's a choice. And then if the channel grows and things start to scale, of course, you know, members might scale and other things might scale. But that then means that if you can't do it alone anymore because of limited time, you need to put people in place that can help you out. And then you start to create a team and you grow things together. And that is when things really start to become a business. Like what he could do is, if there's an Elliott Wave analyst in his community that does the same, like has the same style as he has, he can say, okay, you know, I'm going to focus on these 5 and you are going to do these 5. And that way he reduces, or he opens up time in his agenda to increase the quality of the videos, and the quantity remains the same, but you got to pay someone else to do the other 5. But this is where the community, where ranks the community? You know, what do you want? What's your goal? The best service, most videos, like, and then of course, yeah, the person that's gonna do the videos, now the other guy that's gonna do the other 5, maybe you have to train him a little bit. Maybe his first video sucks, but if you have a good community, you should be able to explain to the people, and they should be understanding, like, hey, you know, things are growing, but we still want to give you certain things. So this person is going to make these videos. Be kind at the beginning because he's new to making videos, right? Might not be the same as what I do, but it's good enough. And so, and then that other person will become better by making the video. So I think it's more about building a business instead of trying to do too much yourself. But this is how I would grow my channel. I'm not even close to 200K, don't worry. But I don't know how things would grow. But and I focus on Bitcoin only, that helps. But if things would really grow, I'm already keeping a list of names in the community that have told me, like, hey, you know, if you need help with this, let me know. And Mark, right, like a great example, Mark, before he was a moderator, always said like, yo, if you need help, I think he maybe asked me 50 times before I made him a mod, because at a given moment it was kind of like, there was this flipping point. And the thumbnails, Douwe, the shorts are Busni Sok. Jeroen approached me and said, yo, for my study, I have to make a website, and it would be great if I could make one for you. And I'm like, sure, let's have a conversation. So we had a meeting earlier today to talk about a potential website and some things and a bit of brainstorming. So I can build a website myself. I can moderate myself. I can make thumbnails myself. But it's nice if you can work together with people, and I think it's more building a team. One thing is, I will try to keep the quality up. What Plan B says? 450, 500, 400 to 500K. Jeez, can barely get it out of my mouth. Yeah. So Plan B, of course, with what's the thing called again? The like his tool, 400, 500K. For now, it sounds very, very far-fetched, because the range of the indicator he has, or the tool he built. Plan B is Dutch, by the way. He's one of the Dutch legends in the crypto market. But so the tool has a very big range of where the all-time high can be. And if you look at the scale goes like, it starts slow and then it goes up very quickly. So I think we should take it with a little bit of a grain of salt in where the area is. So my important area would be 100K to 180K. And depending on how fast we get there, I can get a better idea of if we are going to extend or not. And then, 400, 500K. I'm not yet thinking about these levels. I would need more months to think about these. The daily ending potential wave 5. I mean, you would generally get a ending diagonal if. Oh wait, you mean here? In that case, yes, there is that. To start the correction at this high, correct. You would count this as a diagonal structure. Bit of an awkward count, but this would be your diagonal. So I was on holiday here. I only came back here. So I literally missed everything. I missed the range. Good timing though, not gonna lie. I sold before I literally sold all my positions here, which was a double reason. One, this move to the downside and the retracement gave me an indication of a range coming. So I was like, I sell my positions here. Diamond will know. I told Diamond. And then I was on holiday. I came back here. So price was literally at the same level. And then my first long was here and my second long here. So now we're just chilling. I mean, literally missed nothing. Nice. What pattern gets the price on 420 and 69 420? That's all I need to know. And, for 69 420, that's not too big of a dip on the 20th. Ooh, that's still 12 days. Preferably, that would be your WXY. And then, so that would be this one. Of course, I know it's a bit of a joke, but it can be quite serious, where you make a top, you go down in the C, and then you grind back up. And around 20, you might be at, like, here, 69K. Imagine. That screenshot's going to be all over the place. Oh, thanks, Mark. I don't even know what our sub count is at the moment. We started with 9,100 something. Bidia. Moonboot Boy. Dabba, how you doing? I'll watch the market. Would love to see you cover. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. RNDR in an altcoin stream. So actually thinking about doing one again. So off the record on the rocks. How you doing? Hello, hello, welcome. Bettina, I have a problem with count X. Yeah, I know. It's the WXY, right? But wave X can be a WXY. An ABC, like a single zigzag, also an option in X. But wave X can also still be an extended WXY. So I have everything in my head, but I gotta sometimes learn to put everything on the stream because I'm just putting it all. So there you have your W, X, and then you go for Y, right? It's kind of like the same thing, but then you have your W, your X, and then you again have a Y. It becomes a WXY. So, but yeah, X here, that would be my end, yeah, and then ABC. A truncated 5 is very rare, so that's why I prefer this high to be the end of the move here. She liked the fact you were on holidays. I betcha. Nice. Oh, can imagine. Vegas Nick, how you doing, Nick? Howdy from Vegas. Waiting to see the eclipse today. Oh, do we get one tonight? Oh, I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Nice. I had no idea. Read up on Elliott. Yeah, that's cool. But learn a lot. Absolutely, absolutely. In the end, it's an Elliott Wave analyst, right? And uses a lot of the Elliott Wave material. So yeah, you can learn a lot. Learn the hard way his mistakes. Push me to read. Yeah, read the book or websites. The link provided. Yeah, it's the second one. The second link, unfortunately, I actually have to remove it. So the first link works, which is this website, which is a great one. The second one, however, gives this, which, yeah, I don't know, doesn't work. So I have to remove it. That's unfortunate because before I left on holiday, it still worked, and now it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, but anyway, this website is the best one for me anyway. That I can give. That like 90% of what's written here is correct. Some like there's some info that's not in here, and some adjustments that, you know, some details with new rules. But it's this will by far be one of the best websites. It's the first link in the description, not the BingX link. BingX is the partner. If you click that link and you make an account, you support the channel, by the way. Thank you. But you got to open the description, go to the education part, first link. I'll have to remove the second one. Yeah, the second one is now it's not sorry. It doesn't work anymore. A really hype crypto channel. Yeah, you can put that thumbnail, the pink one that you made for me. You can put that as a thumbnail. It would fit. You won't find a better analyst with Elliott Waves and more. The comparison is like not impossible. In my opinion, it's not no. Commercial. Koens is really the best. Cheers, B channel. Yeah, I never will talk, you know, other entrepreneurs or negatively, but quality is important to me. I don't know if I can see the eclipse. We have blue skies, a few small little clouds, but I'm going to keep my eyes open. Very interesting. It's wave 5 on his chart, whatever that is. The top usually crests the top. 150 to 500, yeah. I see. 150 is reasonable, though. March 20. Ah, I see. Oh, that's a fun idea. 1 second here. 1 second here. Wait. Where is it? Koen, where did you put it? Oh, there we go. The thing is, this would be a very long wave 5 compared to a very short wave 1. That's not great. Because your diagonal is going to be very long. You're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a big wave 5 compared to a very small wave 1. It's a fun idea though. Let me see how it works here. Yeah, because then you're talking about this and then... Oh, service. Babe, you want to say hi? Oh. Poppin'. You wanna say hi to chat as a wifey? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Oh, you go to South Africa? Cool. How late's your flight? Oh, how late's your flight? Okay. Okay. Hey, if you wifey someone, make sure to get you a wifey that brings you hot chocolate while you're live streaming on YouTube. Yo, very nice. Fuck yeah. She's great. And she goes to South Africa again tomorrow, by the way. So we're just back, but she goes tomorrow again. And then she'll be there for 4 or 5 days. And then she comes back again. She just has to quickly do something. Up and down to the family. Wait, did I see Koen, do you chart sometimes? Oh, Hein K. Yeah, absolutely. First of all, my email is in the description, or it should be. And you can also join Discord and send me a DM on Discord. Yes. Now, with regards to quickly the ending diagonal, in this case, your 3 would be relatively short, as it's like the 1-to-1 of wave 1. It's not invalid, but then your wave 5 becomes a diagonal. However, it's most common for wave 5 to become a ending diagonal if wave 3 is very long and extended. And this wave 3 is not very long and extended. So in this case, with this count, I won't be looking for an ending diagonal as a first option. And then in the other option I've just shown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Here your wave 5 is quite long to your wave 1. It has potential, but usually when you have an extended wave 1, which is the case over here, right? Look at the length of extended wave 3, which is the case here, right? Your wave 1 and your wave 5 have a relationship which generally is between the 0.618 and 1.618. Can be 2.618 as well, but this one is going to be much longer, which doesn't really work nicely in an impulse here. So that is what lowers the probabilities. I do, however, actually really like the fact that you thought about it, because I did not think about it at all. But it's also, so it's not for me a high probability scenario. Probably that's the reason why I didn't really pick it up. For an ending diagonal, what I would prefer to see before I start thinking about diagonals is I want to see a finished, I want to see this. And once we're here, right, and it fits the narrative, and that's when slowly I can start analyzing it, because I want to analyze wave 3 compared to wave 1. I want to analyze wave 2 compared to wave 4 as well. And then of course wave 2 compared to 1, but especially wave 4 also compared to 3. So it usually I start thinking about diagonals after wave 4, because then I have enough information to analyze the diagonal, so to speak. What do you say about Elliott Wave users who don't use fibs? I see many experienced Elliott Wave users argue that it doesn't matter. Everyone trades in their own way, so if people like to trade without fibs, that's perfectly fine. However, Elliott Wave theory is bound to Fibonacci. So it's Elliott Waves uses fibs. Just go to the book. It's even on the cover as well, but let's go to let me have a look here. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Chapter 3. 1 second, full screen. So it's chapter 3. Yes. So let's see if I can show you. Historical and mathematical background of the wave principle. Leonardo Fibonacci da Pisa. Fibonacci sequence, the golden section, golden pocket, golden rectangle, golden spiral, the meaning of 5, Fibonacci, So you don't have to use Fibonacci, but you are missing out on, well, I'm not even sure if you can call it Elliott waves if you don't actually use Fibonacci. That's an interesting question. 50% chance it happens. I mean, 150k is reasonable in a bull market as a target. Mine is 100 to 180 on the chart. 500k at the moment feels far-fetched. I mean, 150k, it's only double to where we are now, right? You would double your money if you get there. Percentage wise, I take it step by step. So yeah, target 100 to 150. 100 to 180. That's the first area of interest. And then let's see how quickly we get there, and if we get there, and then what happens, like where we are from a macro perspective, like what waves I have. Yeah, so the reason, well, I did an analysis on the weekly chart on the alts in February, so I think most of them should still be okay with regards to the count that I had. But yeah, happy to do another one. Primary thought is minute 25, the analysis. So we have the WXY. And we have a breakout, and the general thought is waiting for weakness, because you're in a bull market. We do have a move to the upside here. First count over here would be the bearish count. WXY, flat in Y, or at least a flat structure, right? Continuation of the range. The second one is continuation to the upside, very simply put. And it's not easy to count a 3-wave in here now in a WXY. And we have volume increasing with the latest push. So before thinking about price moving down, I want to see signs of weakness. And at the moment, we don't yet have them. So just patiently waiting. Because I am the first person who met your channel, and for I don't have your personal page yet. Yeah, but that's perfectly fine. I like it when people share their scenarios and share their opinions. That's what I like, because I always in Discord and sometimes in the videos as well, I always say we're one big team. I just happen to be the guy making videos. But every morning when I wake up, I scroll through Discord to see what I have missed and see if there are some ideas that I may have missed as well. And I talk about the people that had the idea. So recently, Stuba was in the video, Eclipse and GZ were mentioned in the video. I think this morning or in this live stream earlier, Stuba and Flotty, I mentioned them as well, as they were talking about something which I found interesting to then talk about on stream as well. So I love discussing. I'm just an analyst as well, and I'm just a guy that does some charting and trading and some other stuff. But I also get inspired by your thoughts. Moonwood boy. That is when quality is more important than quantity, or as my wife says, it's not about the size of the wick, it's about the moving average. Nice. Is all your knowledge from Elliott Wave, or is there other material you've also added from? I'm considering getting physical copies. Well, the book gives you nice info, but it won't give you a lot of new info compared to what you find online. It's just a nice to have. I mean, if you do Elliott Waves, it's kind of like one of those things you just want to have. But this website is really, really good. I can recommend. And there is another one which I sometimes check as well. Like rarely, actually. This would be a number 2, but Bata for You. So quite interesting. But not everything explained here is... So that's the thing. Not every I don't agree with everything. I think this one remains the best in what it shows and how accurate it is. But I like to sometimes go to Bata for You as well. And then the other website is, we can't, apparently it doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, I think that once you get the basics of Elliott Waves and you study, you learn, and you get the newest book as well, once you delve into the theory, you will very quickly learn about what is right and wrong, but it's the experience that matters. So it's step 1 is reading the book, checking the website, writing notes, drawing the patterns yourself, and then it's about implementing. And as you go along implementing your knowledge, you'll very quickly know like what you read somewhere, is it correct, is it not correct, how do other websites, like what's the general consensus about that topic. My biggest struggle in the past was WXYs, because there's so little info somehow about WXYs and accurate info as well. So that was the biggest struggle when I learned Elliott Waves back in the day. I had a problem with WXY. I always labeled all my corrections ABCs. Not anymore, but I always did that in the past. Any trade, I'm in 2 longs. She's a keeper, absolutely. Yeah, I used to. That was Ashley indeed. I got my scrolling. We're almost there. Congrats, Anoop. How you doing, man? Think I'll wait for Eclipse to pass over and long trade. I don't know if the Eclipse, like what's the confluence and stuff, but yeah, take it easy. Have a plan, execute the plan. 8 stripes, fee is dope, but Fibonacci has nothing to do with it. You can take any 2 numbers and apply them. I don't feel like, yeah, I mean, it's in the book and I've read the book, but it's already a while ago, and honestly I have no idea what fee is anymore. I just use Fibonacci. Yeah. I don't. What's the story behind the 786? I don't know. I just use Fibonacci. Like we kind of like learn, I suppose. Why is 500? Oh yeah. I remember an interview, I believe, like that's when I started, when I was in the beginning of the market. I was following some Moon Boys back in the day, and I believe Carl was on some. I don't understand why the television channel invites, but anyway. So he was on a television channel talking about Bitcoin and the targets. 500K, 800K was the target. Keg W. Invite me next time. Um, can you count the waves of the last bull market, especially the third wave? Because I see similarities between this bull market and the last one. Ooh, I think I have a count somewhere, but that's one that I've done when I was starting as an analyst. So that was in the beginning. So I have no idea how. It's because I did it for practice. Here, it's old. Holy moly, that's very old. No idea what that is. Super cycle. Wait, which one are you even talking? Are you talking about this one here? Like this? I didn't count this move in detail. This is very old. When I was practicing. Okay, that looks solid. Maybe that one has to go there and that one has to go there. Anyway, you get the point. This was my prediction was the white box. Not too bad. I didn't change anything. So unfortunately, I never really looked at this because then I start trading. But down here, holy moly, did we have bullish CVD divergences at the low? So yeah. So I don't have anything in detail. Also of the 2020, 2022. Wait, what? Oh, here. Oh yeah, you probably saw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I just had the count on the chart, but yeah, that's kind of like it. If I have received it. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And also, Hein, I also received your email. According to Elliott, is it valid if wave B goes beyond the starting point of wave 3 in a triangle? Yes, because that is a running triangle. Wave B going above wave A. So A, B, C, D, E. That's a running triangle. And this is a valid pattern. Absolutely. So then your wave B goes above the origin of wave A. Yeah, and my sound is still on. Well, actually, it's not a notification, by the way. The notification you heard from my email is because I have to speak tonight. I have to give a presentation, a webinar to be exact. Let me double check, actually. Yes, I have to give a webinar from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 60 minutes. I'll be chatting for 100, at the moment, 111 people. So I'm a global keynote speaker as well, for people that don't know. Not much global tonight because I'll speak from home. Did send you a chart on Bitcoin? What do you think? I gotta go soon though, but have a quick golden pocket. That would be the target for a big flat. So it is possible from an Elliott Wave point of view. So just to show people. First top, then bottom. If you first hit this area, right? That would be your wave B in a bigger A, B, and then C. So you would need a flat. But in your wave B, move to the upside, you need a WXY or some three-wave structure, which is a bit more difficult. Or here, this is the end of your A, W, X, Y. But Y still needs to be a three-wave structure. And it starts to become a little challenge. So we got to wait for more clarity. But yeah, it's possible. But from an Elliott Wave point of view, we would be looking for a big flat. The 7 was 786. I get it. Mark explained it to me. 8 stripes, 3 golden ratio. Lucas numbers. Well, this goes above my level. Interesting though. What's that? Slash rand. Oh, I see. Wow, there's apparently a lot to the numbers that I don't know of. I mean, I use them, of course, but it's always interesting to learn something new. Well, you know a lot about numbers, eh? Yeah. Could you explain the timing of the fourth wave in more detail? Shouldn't it be 5 times longer? No, preferably a wave. So if you have an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wave 4, right? Take a fib time from the start to the end of 2 to the high of your 3, the end of your 3. Toggle on your wave 4. Preferably your wave 4 is longer than the 1-to-1 of 2, as it's just most common for a wave 4 to be longer than 2, so that's why. And preferably it's shorter than 5 times wave 2. So that gives you the area of the 1 to the 4, and that is why 5 starts to become red in my indicator, or my Fibonacci fib time here. So wave 5 should actually be shorter, preferably, than 5 times the length of wave 2. Have you ever thought about expanding Elliott Wave theory with your own math and data from the past years? Maybe. Well, I never actually. So I collected some data about Elliott waves in the beginning, but because Elliott waves is such a rigid type like strategy, eventually I stopped and I just used strategy and implemented it and continued studying with what was out there. But as I am a lot better than I was in the past, there are a couple of things in the theory which I've never read them anywhere, but they do happen often, like the 886, which I think is a great thing to know. We had the same here. I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, right? Hit the 886, common for a wave X or B, rare for 2, increasing probabilities to take the high either directly or any move down, high probability of C or Y and come back up later. You know, but those are just things like, and there's more like things that you start to see, like it's pattern. You observe the pattern, and once you see something happening more than once and often and again, that's when I start to memorize it. I see it, and then I start memorizing it, and then I communicate it to you all. So actually, two people have asked me, "Yo, mate, can you write like a little book or something with like, just like the rules and the things in Elliott waves and patterns, and these like little things like the 886, which is important." Yeah, maybe one day. It's not on my planning at the moment, though. Yeah, way to forecast wave. Yeah, wave combo. So it's actually, that's the thing with Elliott waves. The moment you have an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The moment you get a 3-wave correction that is too short really to correct for the impulse, you would expect a larger correction. But this move to the downside can now be a wave A or a wave W. We don't know. That depends on the move you get towards the upside. How high does it go? And what type of move is it? Because for a wave A, we're looking for a flat, right? This is a 3-wave structure, so not a zigzag. This is a flat, a 3. So for a wave B, you want to retrace at least to the 0.9 of your wave A. If you retrace here and then go down again, WXY. That's what we're going to be looking for. If you go above the 0.9 or above the high, probabilities are higher for a flat, ABC. So only having a 3-wave structure doesn't give you info about do we get a flat or a WXY. We need to see the move to the upside, at least the beginning, to get a better idea of, hey, how high are we going? The most common structure for a wave B in a flat is a zigzag. So if we get an impulse to the upside that it has a reasonable like length, we could think about a flat. But if your first move to the upside is too small, yeah, WXYs start to have a higher probability. So you can be relatively early, but you would still need to wait to get the info. Like Elliott waves is actually a lot of waiting, unless you count the 1 minute. But 15 minutes is my lowest. Have you ever witnessed any anomalies on the chart from an Elliott wave point of view? Yes, the Luna chart. You can't count it, right? It just went straight down. And if that happens, I wait for a new range to form. And then once you get a new range, that is when I can start counting again. And I just leave out all the information before. So I start completely new. Other than that, there is no anomaly that I encountered that I cannot count. Asta, pleasure, Barbie. Do you think this is a possible scenario for Bitcoin at the current range, wave 4? Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe another message is missing, but I'm not sure what scenario you're talking about here. Desha Silva, welcome. Watch your live every day. Thanks for your support. I appreciate, even for like, if you are here watching the live, even if you do not write, I'm usually a guy that's lurking. I'm more of a lurker. But even if you're watching and you're not writing, just thanks for being here, spending some of your valuable time on the channel. I really appreciate it. And that's also supporting the channel, right? So yeah, thanks. And Desha, good to have you here. Thanks for chatting. Welcome. It's nice to speak to the community. Appreciate your support, watching every day. Jeremy, wouldn't the current high invalidate the WXY? I had the scenario but it took the triple top. I see. No, so so a wave X can even go above W, right? So if you have a W or a wave W here, your wave X can even go here and then get a Y. However, if you do take the high here, probabilities for a flat are higher. But as long as you are below the high, general probabilities are higher for the WXY or WX flat in Y, right? If you get an A, WXY, B, C, then we look for a flat. But then for B, A, B, C, because the target for B for a flat is here, you need a 3-wave count in B, which then has to be your WXY. So that means that this structure has to be a 3-wave move. And that is what we are currently checking as well, right? It's not a nice impulsive structure here, and we also spent quite a bit of time here now. And we still have the WXY in our mind as well, right? To move down to support. But let's see, what was your message? Current high invalidate because it took the triple top. No, so wait, I don't know how you labeled your chart. Maybe your labeling is different, but this is the WXY I have. And then you have in Y a flat in an ABC, right? I had the scenario as a WXY, but because it took the triple top, I went back to a ABC. WX, oh, so then probably you had a WXY. I don't know what this would be part of though, because you can't have a WXY in a wave Y. So if you have a WXY, wave Y can't be an internal WXY. It can only be a flat ABC or a triangle, right? But if you had a WXY, officially it wouldn't be invalid because of taking the high of W. It's just that a flat becomes a higher probability. So it's a probability switch, right? So it's not an invalidation, it's a switch in probabilities. As that is, of course, what happens with Elliott waves all the time, like the probabilities. For the nerds. A data bank of your FIB templates in gold. Well, you can't download my FIB templates because TradingView, right? So yeah, it's impossible to download them or you know, and they're not files on the computer, they're in TradingView. But in gold, I have a video where, so for people are like, what's gold? Gold is the Elliott Wave course where everything I know is in there. And one of the videos, I go through all of my fibs, everything, and the scenarios of where you use them. So I go over all of the different Elliott Wave patterns and stuff, and I show all the fibs and what is common and less common and rare and, you know, that sort of stuff. So it's, and then I go through all of the templates. So yeah, that's the data bank, I suppose. WXYs are not my favorite, I guess, but yeah, I for me it was a struggle back in the day when I started learning WXYs. I just labeled everything ABC because it was easy, but then it was wrong. So can I send you a count of an altcoin? You can always send it in Discord, and if you tag me, I always can have a look at it. Probably not during the live stream. It's 6:30. I don't think I'm gonna upload a video tonight because of the live stream being so long, and nothing changed because we're still ranging. Nothing changed compared to the analysis we've done at 25 minutes. So I will just refer everyone to 25 minutes. I will put the timestamp in as well. Yeah, exactly, Milo. Kinda, no? But that's also then the anomaly that you can't really count. So for a wave X in a WXY, your common target area is the 382 to the 886, and for a wave B, your common target area is the 1.236 to the 1.38 because an expanding flat is most common. And the target for an expanding flat wave B is the 1.236 to the 1.38, while the common target for an X is below the origin of wave W, for an expanding flat, or for a flat in general preferably, wave B goes above the origin. So that's where the probabilities switch. Now for a regular flat, the common target is the 1 to the 105 Fibonacci, right? And for a running flat, you usually go to the 1.236 to the 1.38, and then your wave C drops to the golden pocket area. So I DC'd the dips and it carried on dipping. The way to go. I'm doing Elliott Waves for 3 months now, and you are helping. Pleasure, Offline. Also offline, I think, is actually the first time you're writing in YouTube. I think. If so, because I think so, welcome. I'm glad I can help. Appreciate it. And welcome to Elliott Waves. It's a how do you call it? Like black hole. What's that? Oh, man, English is my second language. Like once you start with Elliott Waves, it's very difficult to go back, because every time you're looking at the chart, your brain starts counting, and it's very difficult that once you start learning Elliott Waves to go back to not doing that. No. Would you consider counting something outside of crypto? Yes, absolutely. I even have a, so in gold, I'm actually not sure. What did you get now? Because in gold I have a playlist. Oh, silver. So I have a playlist where I also analyze the S&P. It's called Coin Coverage. Oh no, wait. Wait. 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna open it and have a look. Look, these are pretty old because eventually we stopped doing them as the community was like, yo, this is too much. So I do one live stream each week for gold, and if there is a coin or something or a stock or a chart that they want me to look at, then I do that in that live stream. But in the past I called it Coin Coverage. So oh, here ES1, we did that one as well. DXY, Bitcoin cycle. Oh yeah, this is where I made the cycle. Nasdaq, yeah. But also now, like also in the other playlists, you'll find more. But yeah, absolutely. Can be fun to do on a maybe like a stock stream or something. Rabbit hole. Thank you. Maybe a band-aid. Cheers. Oh man. Oh, the running triangle. Yes, but then the running triangle preferably is already finished, because now you took the triple top, so your triangle would be like you would have your A, B. Wait, on the 4 hour, right? Are you talking about A, B, C, D, E? That's still a possibility. W, X, right? A, B, C, D, E. Triangle in wave Y, W, X, Y, continuation, right? Yes, that is still a possibility. And, but you know, we wave B, by the way, in a running triangle is not allowed to break the 1.618. If you break this level, right, we can't think about running triangles anymore. At the moment, though, not the highest probability, because for a triangle, you really want to see a wave D. So you only have A, B now. I preferably have a C and a D. And that's when I start thinking about a triangle here. And here we have A, B, C, D, E, already finished, running triangle, right? if that is not finished, you have to count this as an A, B, C, and then this is your D and then E. But D is very big compared to your A, which is like nothing. So that doesn't really make sense because of your A being so short. I'm watching from England. Braveheart, welcome. Good to see you. Braveheart, very UK-ish username as well. Welcome, man, and welcome to Discord. By the way, if Discord's not working for you, you try joining, don't worry. Probably your account is very new, and that is why you are auto-banned, because of protection against scammers. So if you recognize yourself here at the bottom, because this is scammers, young accounts rule, right? If your account is younger than 3 days, you get auto banned, and that's it. Only two new ones. All the others are scammers. Where were we? Overshooting B and an ABC. Yes, that's what you want to see in a flat. So in a flat, you want to see an overshooting B. That's also, even for a regular flat, you actually want to see the high taken. But for a regular flat, the minimum target is hitting the 0.9 Fibonacci. So you move below here, but then a fib, this is your A, you do that, you do that, you do that, and that is that. A, B, C, C below A. Minimum requirement for a regular flat is the 0.9, but that's rare, hence it's red. So by far most common for a flat is taking the high. So an overshooting B. Yes, Milo. Yeah, I have one course, but that's, so I'm not really a salesperson, as most of you will know by now. I just want to provide the best value. That's why I try in YouTube videos. But many after a few months started asking, "Yo, how can I learn from you? How did you do this? And then, do you have a course? Do you have this? Do you have that?" So I made it. Yeah, and it's $25, but by far most people finish it in a month, and then in a month you have all the knowledge, and then it's about implementation, and then usually people go out of gold to either silver, to diamond, or they quit, of course. Most people go down to silver, a select few continue to diamond, and actually very few move out. Rabbit hole, rabbit hole, rabbit hole, rabbit hole indeed. Vladimir Kim, welcome. Do you only chart Bitcoin? I do chart other charts, but that is during dedicated streams, like the altcoin stream here, or in gold live streams, which I do every week for the gold members, like the course. I also chart other charts if people ask me to, or if they did a count on a chart and they want me to check it, I usually pull the chart on myself. Pleasure, Vladimir Kim. Tim, hey. Nice. Looks like a nice one too, with expanding flat on 3 minute, maybe a start of wave 5 to the upside. Then yeah, I would count it as a 1 flat in 2, and then you want to see another 1, 2 locally. Yeah, so far nice support, right? Identifying the support area, structural support 382. Very nice. I promised Kun 10k subs by the end of April. Thanks, Mark. I mean, if we continue this speed, the 10th or before the end of April, probably will happen. It's insane to think that in a bit over a year, this channel would go from 0 to 10k. When I started making videos, I was just helping some people out in a Discord. And it was like a hobby, and I did take it serious, and now here we are. You know, nuts. I don't know where we are now. How many subs do we have? Analytics. Oh wait, that's the analytics of a video. I was like, why does it say 1,237? But that's the views of a video. 9,160. Jeez, that's nuts. There's definitely emotion in the market, hey, because the video I posted this morning, the previous video, has the most views of any video I put online in the first 10 hours. It has 1.9k views, and the previous one had 1.4k in 10 hours, and this one has 1.9k. So it's just 500 more. Crazy. Have you ever been in your life stuck to bias and tried to force count? I see a lot of YouTube Elliott Wave tend to force count. There's few which do. I always do bearish and bullish because I think that as an Elliott Wave analyst, you always have to have a bullish and a bearish count and be as neutral as possible. I don't have a bearish because I don't care where price goes to. I really do not care if Bitcoin goes to 10k or 100k, if it goes to 75k or 60k. I'm not bothered. I trade the movement, and whatever the chart shows me is going to be a trade, short or long, doesn't matter. So therefore, I am not biased, and I always have a bullish and a bearish count, and then I just look at the probabilities from an Elliott Wave technical standpoint. So the rules, the Fibonacci, the volume, right? And other stuff. And then I use my target boxes and support resistance areas as additional information. So no, I guess in the early, no, even in the early days, I never had a bullish bias from an Elliott Wave point of view, but when I just started and Bitcoin was going up towards the 60Ks, I did have a bullish bias of going a lot higher, and then we found ourselves at 30K. But that wasn't my counting. It wasn't the counting that, because I only started in, I think it was 2021. Yes. January, and then in Feb I learned Elliott Waves, or started to. That was the beginning. So I was a noob, still figuring stuff out, and I wasn't biased to counting to like 100 and 500k and stuff. But my emotions that I did not control yet were a problem, which I now do control, at least a lot better than in the past. I think it'll... Yeah, maybe we have to do a live stream where we go over these. I do have some counts on them. Hupata, mate. Thanks, yo. Appreciate it. Happy life forever. Yep. Happy wife, happy life. No? Thanks, Hupata. I love the excitement, man. Welcome. Good to have you here. One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small. Hey, one drop. He's back again. That's your second time now, man. He dropped another one. Now your name should be 2 drop. You dropped one yesterday, you dropped one today, you should change it to 2 drop. And then whenever, and maybe in the future, you're going to drop another one, it should be 3 drop. What's up, man? Thanks for the 29 something. I don't know the currency, but appreciate your support, dude. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Barbie. Appreciate it. I'm seeing the structure as a diagonal from the 3rd of April. Oh, I see. So this is your 1, then this is your 2, this is your 3. So then you're going to be looking for a 4, 5 retracement. Now with the diagonal, in this case, your wave 3 now is longer than your wave 1. And that is what starts to lower probabilities. It's not invalidated, but it lowers probabilities. So you're going to be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you already have an expanding diagonal just because of the length of 3, right? We don't know where 4 is going to be. Even if the trend lines do this, it is an expanding diagonal because 3 is longer than 1, right? And an expanding diagonal is very rare, never preferred, never gets the highest probabilities unless all of the other scenarios fail. That is when we can go to the expanding structures, like an expanding diagonal, expanding triangle. So at the moment, not really something I'm looking for. Interesting scenario nonetheless, though. I didn't think about a diagonal here because of just the move to the upside here being longer. And also the same with triangles. I usually wait for the 4th wave and then take it from there with diagonals. Because now we know 3 is longer than 1, lowering probabilities for diagonals here. Same with a triangle. I prefer to wait for wave D, just because before wave D is in, a WXY usually has a higher probability because everyone's gonna like draw triangles, and I always try to look for what else is there. WXY, some 1-2s. Yeah. I can't find the code. Milo, go below the video. There's a join button. Online, online in silver. What's up, offline? Welcome to silver, bud. Send me an email, koenztrading@outlook.com, and I'll get you sorted. Welcome to the team. What's up, mate? Appreciate it. Offline, welcome. Send me an email. Yeah, I'm still live, perse, eh? Jeez. Milo, below the live stream, there's a button which is join. If you click on that, there's a video that pops up with the membership levels. And then in the video, I show everything. Yeah. How was the shorts going? Oh yeah, we're still gonna make shorts. We still actually got a chat. Arbusni Sok, can you wait? Did I reply to you on Discord or not yet? Because I did read it while I was traveling. I read your message. Could you write me everything you can do? Because I know you're very good in shorts and content creation for that matter. But what are your skills? Because there's a lot of things that you do. So I now have your message in front of me where you talk about the guy that's selling the stuff, right? And I read this, and in my head I was like, dude, you are so young. What do you know? Like how much can you do? What can you build? Because I think also with Telegram, when you said, yo, mate, we can structure Telegram, we can link it to Discord, we can make Telegram a separate group with and I was like, holy shit, right? I'm losing it. So I think there's a lot more we could do than just the shorts. Because also with the shorts, the performance of the shorts will grow over time, of course, which is something we have to keep an eye on to see if the shorts are valuable for the channel or not. At the moment, right, with the few tests we did, it was pretty good. 18 subscribers out of the shorts we did. Yeah. But I'm actually interested to know, like, if you had to make a list of stuff you can, like do, what can you do? Victor, holy moly, it's raining. Raining green here. Victor L. We're going to make you Victor W. That's the plan. Welcome to Gold. What's up, man? Offline and Victor both joining in no time. Yo, Victor, same as offline, guys. Send me an email, koenztrading@outlook.com. Mark wrote it up here. And then send me your Telegram, Discord, and YouTube username so that I can, get you sorted. So, yeah, thanks, offline and Victor. Yo, what a live stream. Thanks, guys. At the same time as well. 2 drop. Yeah, 2 drop. 3 drop. 4 drop. Crypto chains view counts are usually correlated to the price of Bitcoin. That's correct. That's true. Actually, so here's my non-FOMO feeling, right? I was on holiday when price made all-time highs. So when I saw price making an all-time high, of course, you have a thought of, could have gone live. Bless you. But I prefer to not go on my phone or in the charts or make videos because I was on holiday with wifey or wedding. You know, I had my wedding, I had my family, I had my friends. And it's also just good to do you, right? Do your own stuff. Because the charts ain't going anywhere and we'll just pick it up again after. So I just observed it from a distance, just like many. Will we celebrate when there are 10K subscribers? Well, I got to think of something. If you have an idea, then send it in the Discord general chat or something. Like I have to think about what could we do if we have 10K subscribers. 10K, it is a special number, eh? 5 digits. Yeah, I'll think about it. It will still take a while before we reach 10K. I mean, yeah, you never know how quickly it will go. There is a website where you can see the statistics of channels and their growth. Which is this one. 1 second. I think it's quite funny to show you actually. One second. Oh yeah, there, Social Blade, that's the one. Look, that's me. So I got this website from the manager of so she manages gaming influencers like 800K subscribers, 500, like many. And I noticed she keeps an eye on the statistics of the channels she manages through this website. So I know it for a while, and it's pretty cool. Now, of course, I was gone. I was on holiday the whole of March, so this happened, right? So just you know what's up. But if we go to future projections. And then milestone, I think. There we go. 10K, 12 days. I don't know, 12 to 13 days. Ooh, imagine we have 10K subscribers on 420 halving. Yeah, that would be legendary. Almost 1 million views estimation. Wow, that would be quite nutty as well. But imagine in 12 days. Why does it say 21? Come on. 20. No, that would be nutty. But yeah, it's a fun website to check this. It's actually quite accurate as well. So still live. I will go though, 7 p.m. It's been good. At 7 I will go offline, make sure people know to find minute 25 for the analysis, and not post a video tonight because nothing changed. We're, as mentioned, just waiting for a range, waiting for weakness, and that's pretty much it. So and then spend some time with the wifey, then give a presentation, and then spend more time with the wifey, as tomorrow she flies to South Africa. So yeah. CDMs, what's up? How you doing? Joining during the live stream, upgrade membership to silver. Cheers, CDMs. Nice gold badge, yo. It's your 3rd month now. Like, must be your third month. Yeah, you know how it works. Also, if you upgrade or send me an email. I mean, also downgrade, but upgrade, downgrade. Send me an email so that I keep track. Like, it's just administration. Makes life easy. You know how it works. But what's up, CDMs? Welcome to silver again. Cheers, man. Welcome. 10,069 subs on the 420. If that happens, hey, Arbuzny Sok, you bet, hey, it's going to be a screenshot and I'll post it in Discord. I'm back too. Welcome back. Congratulations to you both. I hope it was great. Yeah, it was great. We don't yet have the pictures, but when I get them, I'll make sure to share some on the stream as well. But we had a great time, family, friends, lots of activities that we did. Also, my family and friends, they were all tourists, right? They've never been there, was their first time, so could show them around. So yeah, we had a great time, and you are back too. So it makes me wonder, Sidiams, where were you at? I forgot, or I'm not sure if you wrote it somewhere, but maybe I've missed it. Others TA in Discord. Okay, there you go. In others TA. I see. Others TA is. Whoop. I actually think H tribes, if you want to reach more people, it's better to put it in the general chat. So I would recommend to copy your message, put it in general, because the Bitcoin TA chat is by far most active, and then Ethereum. Yeah, I think altcoin and Ethereum is kind of like both like quite active, and then I think others is probably the least active analysis channel. I mean, it's still active, but just compared to the others. But in general is like, you know, this would be a nice general post, I suppose, because others TA would make people think that it's only for things outside crypto, while this is more general knowledge, I suppose. So I would recommend putting it there. Yes, that is definitely a scam. Make sure to read the legal channel in Discord. I will never add you as a friend out of nowhere. No, I never add you as a friend anyway, because usually for messages you don't even need it. I won't write you. I won't add you as a friend. Nothing against friendship, but you know, I just want to protect everyone from scammers. So when you enter the group, yeah, you probably get a message, because that's how it goes nowadays. We banned all the scammers in the group that we can find, but the problem is that scammers work in teams, and there's people in the group with a normal name that you can't detect that give info from the group to the scammers, and then the scammers approach you. So just make sure you don't reply. You know, it's all scam. I don't offer anything of whatever they offer. So maybe MBB. I'm really excited. Your channel's awesome, and I watch your videos every day. Your dedication is very thanks for all. Pleasure, Victor. Well, thanks for being part of the team, man. Top step. Gold. There you go. Appreciate you you wanting to learn more about the beautiful art of Elliott Waves, I suppose. Welcome to the team. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Thank you. Don't forget about Mark, you know, keeping everything organized. That used to rewind cassettes with a... Oh, shoot. Don't judge me. Yesterday, during the live stream, there was a moment where Mark said boomer. What was it about again? I think it had to do with a movie. Bogdan, what's up? How are you doing? I'm doing very well. Since I'm back, yeah, things have been going nicely. Trading-wise, you know, picking YouTube back up. Happy days. Also, good habits. So, you know, getting back into like the routine and the flow at home. So yeah, doing very well. Good to see you pop in, man, Bogdan. Thanks. Welcome, welcome. And how are you doing? Your posts in the group always valuable. Huh? Exclusive channel. I need to give you a role. So if you send me your data offline, like write me an email, send your Discord and Telegram, I can assign you the role. So if you go to Discord, the link is in the description, as well as the you know, actually for Telegram you don't even have to click the link in the description, but you have to be in Discord so I can assign you the role. And if you prefer Telegram for short-term updates, I can also put you in Telegram, but I'll just send you the info. Yeah, exactly. That has potential. Yeah, and Mark has some ideas as well, it seems. Main sponsor of Ajax. Still going, but I'm gonna quit now. It's almost 7 p.m. Welcome again. What's up, Andy? Yeah, still here. Still here. Sujit Kumar Singh. It's been a while. Welcome back, dude. How you doing? Hopefully your trading is going very nice. This guy is making profits sometimes. It's absolutely nuts. Will do. Cheers, 8 Stripes. Thank you, Mark. Do you believe Bitcoin CME gap? I don't actually use CME in my analysis, so I don't actually know where the CME gap is. But I use other tools in my analysis, like besides Elliott Waves, I like to use daily horizontals or just time frame horizontals, daily, weekly, monthly. I like to use volume levels, especially naked point of controls, volume profiles. Those are my favorites. Got dodged. Back to the Future. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Alta Gang. Hey, Sunrise. There he is again. Welcome, Sunrise. How you doing? Alta Gang. Alex O Crypto. Yo. Make sure to check him out. I just realized that I'm going to miss the BTC Half and also your 10K party because I'm having my most important exam. I mean, simple choice, no? Just skip the exam. I mean, who knows? I don't know when we're going to reach 10K, but good luck with your exam, Bogdan. You have to pass it, eh? You have to pass it. Now that we all know you have an exam that day, we're all going to ask questions about it. Now, let me tell you, as a medical student, it doesn't just stick with the word. So, I was a medical student, University of Amsterdam, studying medicine in the hospital. And yeah, sometimes you have to do some crazy stuff. Because you have to learn. At least that's what they say. It's just sideways. Small little bear diff already played out here, so we do have bear divergence 3 minute. Yeah, lower high, higher high, but that's a second divergence, so it's a little less relevant. It's just 3 min, 5 min, it's not really relevant to me. Doesn't yet look too strong because you do have red candles, but CVD moving up. That's a bearish in candle divergence. But yeah, we'll see. Wait for a range. We start to range now, which is good. And we are at the support area as well. So I prefer to use 15 minute. The problem with the in candle CVD, the moment you take the low of the candle, it played out. So all the in candle CVDs played out now. Red candle, CVD moves up, you take the low, played out. Next one moves up, take the low, played out. But yeah, remaining patient. It is something that is good to see, I suppose, when you look at the CVD chart. On blue, we also had bearish divergences here, by the way. Look at this. Right, lower high, higher high, higher high. So there is definitely some absorption going on here. Cheers, Mark. Yeah, potentially, yeah. Would fit with the WXY, though. Yeah, I only tend to read that low time frame with AGGR if I like to observe what's happening, but I prefer the 15 minute as a minimum time frame for Elliott Waves. only sometimes go lower. Okay, everyone, it is 7. I have to move. You know, the typical thing that happens on this channel is I say I will be online for an hour. It's been 3 hours and 27 minutes. If you want to check my analysis on Ethereum, make sure to go to my YouTube channel homepage and check out this video. Look at the timestamp for ETH, and you will find it. It's from February, the analysis, but it's high time frame analysis, and I got a plan to do another one. So I won't upload another video because we are live. It's already 7 p.m. Nothing changed compared to the analysis I did earlier. So wait and see what's going to happen with regards to the local range that we have here. So yeah, Sujit, doing well. Thanks a ton. Always with your analysis, I'm learning and been able to do well. Elliott Wave was all new to me when I saw your video for the first time. Now I got the hang of it. There you go. I love to hear it. Now you got the hang of it. That's what I love to hear. Very, very nice. Good job, Sujit. Let's chat in the comment section again when I see one of your comments popping in. Cool. As always, only a short 1 hour live stream. Exactly. Shit, man. Ooh, okay. Everyone, have a good night. Enjoy your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you. Attila. Oh, Hupata is Attila, man. If people change their names on platforms, I lose track. Thanks, Attila. And I'll see you next time. Oh, Moonboot Boy. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Cheers, everyone. See you tomorrow during tomorrow will be another live stream. Double checking my agenda. Yes, tomorrow will be another live stream. So I'll see you tomorrow again. But tomorrow morning is a video, and in the afternoon is the live stream, right? So cheers. See you at the next one.